Hello, guys. It's your pontiff here, Archibald Chesterfield III. And I got to tell you something, guys. I've got some really, really juicy gossip coming out. Okay, really juicy gossip. Because do you guys like gossip? Do you like gossip, guys? Do you guys like gossip? Do you like gossip? I love gossip! I live for gossip. You know, I love a bit of a gossip. And I gotta be totally honest with, just very quickly, Blue Shirt Buddha, $2. It's Sunday Night Live with the Pontiff. And I got to tell you, I love a bit of gossip. Now, I got the Bear. Bear is like my Colonel Parker. He's sort of like my manager. Okay, he organizes. He puts me in stupid fucking B-rated movies, you know. Bear is working. Here, I'll give you that too. Thank you so much. Thank you. Just had a bit of a delivery here. We got some pancakes. Bear is working to bring. We've got one of the. How do I put this? We got one of the fired crew has got dirt on another member. It's gonna be juicy dirt. We got Kelly on her own time. Arch, love you. Kelly. What a beautiful lady. I do want to say one small thing there. I've had Bud the Stud. And I got to tell you, I just see this problem. Timepiece Gentleman was on another channel. And Bud the Stud. Bud the Stud was a loyal supporter of mine. He's actually a loyal supporter. I love Bud the Stud. And basically, TPG decided to refund everybody who was in the private members group. Now, the problem is, Bud didn't get his money back. He didn't get his money back. And I got to be honest with you, TPG's not even going to look into it. Bud didn't get his money back. Man, you guys are going to fix this. You've got to fix this. I'm deadly serious. You've got to fix this. If you promised him his money back, just refund it. Okay? And if you think you've already given his money back, tell him the date and how it was refunded. Is that too bad? Who we got here? We got producer Mark. Hey, Mark, how are you? He's good.
How are you?
Hey, man, it's okay. Do you know Bud the Stud? He's a nice, honest guy. I love Bud the Stud. Bud didn't get his money back, he said. And I got to be completely honest with you. Let's get Kelly on. Kelly, jump on. We need you. Jump on, Kelly. What do we do? Bud didn't get his money back.
I don't think Anthony showed the proof that he sent Bud the money back.
I know. I mean, this is the thing. Anthony's so pig-hearted about things. He doesn't concede. He doesn't follow up. Can you see why Bud's angry or not? I don't know about you. Bud is as straight as a die. Bud's a super guy. And Anthony just dishes him. Jay Wright, £2. Get Kelly on. She's good for super chats, I bet. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having Kelly on. Bud is angry. I think Bud is a nice guy. I like Bud. He was a loyal customer. They haven't treated him with respect. You know what I mean or not? It's terrible. What do you do?
I think he should sue.
No, it doesn't need to get to that. That's last resort. Lawyers are expensive. You've got to sort this shit out nicely. Why can't it be sorted out nicely? Lawyers are expensive. You don't want to have litigation. And I got to be completely honest with you. Bud raised some very good points. I'm just going to show you something that was said. Okay? I'm going to show you something that was said. And let's just get this up. Share screen. Bud put a comment up on... look at this. This is what Bud said. Bud the Stud, $5. Anthony, can you not see why people grow angry waiting months for the 2K refund while you are on your... whilst you're with your Rainbow Daytona and Lambo, all flash and no cash? Very fair point, I thought there. What did you think, Mark?
Yeah, he isn't showing off. But I think he should have returned the money. And if
he's always got excuses. He's got more excuses. He's got more excuses than Biden.
Yep, you can be vindictive in this field. You know, if the gentleman paid you, return the money. Let's
and
move
that's
on.
it. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Van Lux, $2.80. Missing the maple syrup from C on those pancakes. Yes, I'm on a diet. Too much ice cream yesterday. And there's another one that came through. I'm going to show you this here. Just let me get this. Just hang on. Have a look at this here. I got to tell you the truth there. With Bud, I really love the Bud the Stud. I think Bud is actually quite a cool guy. This is the proof here. This is the proof he hasn't been paid. And I got to be totally honest with you. Just give him his money back. Give him his money back. Or if you've paid the money back, tell him the date and how it was done. It's simple. It's simple. And here we go. Bud the Stud, $2. Just want my money back. Should be easy for Mr. Moneybags. Okay, Bud. No need to get a bit sarcastic there. No need to get sarcastic, Bud. Just be nice about it, okay? Lamborghini.
He's
I gotta
a
be.
G-Wagon guy.
Sorry?
He just bought a G-Wagon. $250,000.
You know what my dream car is, Mike?
The Cadillac Brougham.
That's when I go to America. But in Australia, I just like a Camry. I don't even want the V6. I want the 2.4 litre 4. I want white with the black cloth interior because it's hard wearing. I don't even want one of these stupid Lambos or a G-Wagon. Man, what am I going to do with that stupid thing?
Yeah.
I want a Camry. I really, really, really want a Camry. I don't even want that hybrid shit. I just want gasoline. Okay, I want a gasoline Camry. 2.4 litre. That's it. I got to be totally honest with you. Anthony, just check. Double check. See, Anthony gets so pig-headed. Oh, the money's been done. Just hang on a minute. You look like a dick when you don't check. Just double check. If he owes his money, give him his money. Piss him off. That's what I would do. Give him his money back and piss him off. Bud's not a bad guy. Bud is a really nice guy. But this isn't going to work. And I totally agree. He shouldn't be flexing if he hasn't given back the money. You've got to be honorable in business. Your reputation is your most important thing. By the way, he bought a AP from, this is what Bud the Stud. It was apparently sold as new. Okay, this was sold as new. However, it had a bit of a scratch. Okay, so I don't know how serious that is. To be completely honest with you, I kind of yeah, it was, if it's sold as new, it shouldn't have any scratch. But you know what? It looks like quite a nice AP.
Oh wow. Mm.
Yeah, I mean, look, I would like to. I'm hoping to get Timepiece Gentleman onto this. We'll see if we can work it out. But Bud's a nice guy. Timepiece, if you're watching, just give him his 2,000, or just double check. If you were so sure it was refunded, just double check. And if it wasn't, refund him and piss him off. That's what I would do. Seriously, that's what I would do. I got to tell you something. Let's get these super chats, and I want to talk to you about something else, okay? Mark, we've got to make an executive decision. ABC, £2. Given his pieces, Bud has no reason to lie about 2,000. I totally get it. I think Bud the Stud he's been very honorable to me. He's a nice, honest guy. I just give him his money and just let it go.
I think he's trying to be vindictive.
Who is?
TPG.
Who knows? But Bud's a nice guy. I'll put my neck on the line. I had a fight with Bud. It was my fault. Okay, I had a fight with Bud. It was my fault. Okay, I'll be honest with you. Because I said something private that Bud had said to me in private, and I told Anthony, and Anthony got the shits with Bud. But the reality is, You know, the reality is that Buds is a great guy. Blue Shirt Buddha $2. Bud the Stud is one of the best guys out there. You betcha. I love Bud the Stud. Tanzeel, $5. $5. A Camry? Fike me dead. Is this the same person who used to call himself the luxury guy and do Ferrari 246 Dino videos? I stand with Bud the Stud. Yes, that's Tanzeel. He's the zeal with the mostest. Timely behavior, $3. Super chat that pontiff, guys. There we go. There we go. Timely behavior. And we've got Jay Wright. Jay Wright, £2. Where's this? Keep the morality, keep the authority. I got to tell you something. This is what I wanted to talk to you about. I think we might have to let this go, Mark.
Oh no, don't do that, Archie. He's a nice guy. He's a great guy. He's loyal.
Doing too much weed, too much weed. He's going nuts. He's going bonkers. He's going bonkers. The guy is going bonkers. I mean,
let's tell him to stay off the weed for a little bit.
I mean, seriously, just between you and me, the last thing he needs, if you're going to do drugs, you need uppers to clean your room. Because weed, man, it just makes you relax. Yeah. That's the worst drug he could do because he's not motivated to do it. Man, he shouldn't be doing drugs. For starters, you shouldn't be doing drugs. Clean the room. And he's even started lending his watches to girls. I mean...
Oh, I think that was just for the pictures.
I am a bit worried about that. I'm a bit worried. And we've got a very good comment here. Showcase watches. I am hoping that Bud and TPG issue is a misunderstanding. I doubt a guy with a rainbow Daytona will shirk a 2000 debt. Who knows? In my opinion, the Mike character is to blame from sound of it. Well, actually, Mike Rudden is actually quite a nice guy. I quite like him. The middleman, I actually quite like Mike. I think Anthony is just so proud and strong. He won't admit when something's gone wrong. Okay, that's my opinion. I think Anthony... Can I tell you something personally, Mark?
Yes, sir.
I think he's got to stop doing the juice. Nobody gets that big from just exercising.
Oh, that's steroids. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
You don't get that big...
Yeah.
From going to Nick and Sam's for every second meal.
Right.
Actually, you go to Nick and Sam's, you start to look like me.
Right. Or me.
I'm telling you honestly. Investment watches, $5. Hi, gentlemen. What's your favorite SUV? Buying a BMW X7 M50 for the wife? Would you rather have a Range Rover or a BMW GLS 63? Let me tell you where you should go. Get your ass onto Exotic Car Play Place. You know what? That 50 engine, that is the BMW V8, the twin turbo. Guess where they put the twin turbo? Guess where they put all the pipes? In the bloody V. It cooks them. That is one of the worst engines known to man. The previous, now, admittedly, they've improved it with heat shields. Go and look at Exotic Car Play Place, the 10 worst engines. That 4.4 liter V8 is featured. It's called it is any vehicle with a 50 in it. Now, please, the best SUV, Range Rover. Are you out of your fucking mind? Range Rover would have to be one of the most beautiful cars.
Right.
Absolutely fucking awful to own. That air suspension, the whole thing is
Zero
garbage.
reliability. Yeah.
And the Mercedes-Benz, you know what you buy if you want a reliable SUV?
A Toyota.
Toyota Land Cruiser.
Yep, the best one.
Toyota Land Cruiser. And if you can't afford a Land Cruiser, actually, I think this vehicle is my favorite. My brother's got one, the Land Cruiser Prado. It's kind of the baby Land Cruiser. And if you can't afford that, I reckon, actually, no, it's not about can't afford it. These are more usable. The Fortuner. Do you guys have the Fortuner in America?
I don't think so. I think
There's the Kluger, the Fortuner. The Fortuner is, oh my God, that's a 4-cylinder diesel. That thing is indestructible. I had a friend of mine. She had one for 190,000 kilometers. Not a problem. It's not a problem. They're amazing. You buy Toyota. You don't buy this Euro garbage. Euro crap.
Yep.
Euro trash. That's what it is. It's Euro trash. They're not even made in Europe. The BMW and the Mercedes is made in bloody America.
Mexico. Made in Mexico.
No, they're made in the South, Mississippi or somewhere there in the South, because BMW and Mercedes got huge tax concessions. Don't buy a Mercedes, a BMW. I mean, you've listed the three most unreliable SUVs known to man.
Yep.
The best ones, I would say, if you've got money, get a Lexus. If you don't want to get a Lexus, get the Land Cruiser. And if you want to go a bit cheap, get the Nissan Patrol.
They don't have the Patrol in America.
Oh, okay.
And they don't have the Prado in America. And I don't think they have the Fortuner in America. We have the Toyota Sequoia, I think. And Nissan has their Pathfinder, the new Pathfinder.
Yeah, Pathfinder's a bit soft. It's not really a true SUV.
It's not a luxury. But I think the Land Cruiser, that's the best choice.
And stay away from anything GM, by the way. Cadillac Escalade. Ooh, nasty.
Very bad.
Yeah, so there you go. Investment watches, that's what I would be doing. Stay away from... I don't understand. What do you need this SUV? You're living in the bush. What are you doing exactly? What exactly are you... Oh, it's just to drive around the streets. Man, why don't anyone get sedans these days? I don't understand it in the least, you know? Toyota Mo. Toyota Mo. Toyota Mo. Toyota Mo, $5. Just a reminder, Toyota Mo only recommends Toyota. Also, I don't recommend Producer Loser. Sorry, buddy, you're putting the punters to sleep. Toyota Mo, if you want to come on, you are welcome to come on.
$50 to boot me. $50 super chat, and I'll go.
There we go. Jamie Opulence, £5, €5. Buy a Land Rover Discovery Sport. I freaking love my car. Super safe and no issue. 3 years since purchase. There we go. That's the guy with the Khaleesi. Khaleesi, absolutely beautiful watch that. I think he might have a bit more money than sense. But look, I got to be totally honest with you. Anything made by Range Rover, Land Rover, Range Rover is usually garbage. Remember the Evoque?
Oh my God.
Did you guys get the Evoque?
Ugly car.
It looked okay, but just garbage. Garbage, 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 garbage. Richard Seuss, $10. When I studied in Scotland, I was told by the local Gaelic people that Prince Charles would drive around and offer a lift to local people on their lonely wanderings. I felt sorry for the prince. There you go. There you go. There you go. And PG, $2. Buy a Lexus RX. It will last for 100%. Lexus makes some really good stuff. And Malik Diamond, $10. Archie can only pick one. Precious Metal Daytona on Oyster or 40 mil day date looking to buy next year. You know what I would say, seriously? I'd probably go for the day date personally. The day date 40. I think that is the ultimate. The presidential bracelet is worth it. Okay? I think it's just a beautiful gold watch. Now, the Daytona's gorgeous too. Of course it is. But I reckon if it was me, if I had I'd go for day date. I'd add that to my collection. A day date 40. You betcha. Not because of value, retained value, or what's going to be worth the most. I'm just telling you what I think is a beautiful watch there, just out of interest. Bear Clooney. I want to acknowledge that Tim stopped live stream that was extremely high in views and super chats and result of his exceptional networking out of respect for AC3. Not everyone does that. Give him a thumbs up. We're going to give Tim a thumbs up for respect us. Yes, we will. That's I must admit, I do appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. I'm just being honest with you guys. I can call a spade, you know. Showcase watches, £4.50. If you want to go up a mountain, buy a Discovery. If you want to go get home, buy a Hilux. I've owned 9 Hiluxes now, 0 repair bills on any of them. The other thing I really like, you know what I really like, is Subaru. You know Subaru?
Yeah, but in America, the maintenance of the Subaru is not really that good.
Oh, okay. And also they targeted at lesbians. Did you know that?
Oh, I have no clue.
Yeah. But I would like to get a Subaru myself. I got a fantastic ad. I love the Subaru ad is
Put
amazing.
it on, Archie. Put it on.
I don't know if I've got it. Let me have a
And
look.
they don't have Hilux, Toyota Hilux in America either. Those are
They
that's I
don't?
think the Europe. No, no.
Oh, why's that? They
I don't
just
know.
don't.
It's
The
I,
Hilux is like a utility. It's sort of like your
it's a
Komoda. What's it?
pickup truck.
Tacoma? You know,
It's
your
like a pickup truck.
yeah, pickup truck. What do you call
Yeah.
it? Your starts with T.
Tacoma,
Tomoko?
Tacoma, Tacoma.
Tacoma. Tacoma.
Yeah, we have different
Um,
names in America. Some cars are known by a different, you know, they have a different name for them.
yeah, different market. I don't
Yeah.
understand why they kind of do that. But the Tacoma, that's a very successful vehicle, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And Hilux, that's indestructible. You cannot break that vehicle.
Yes. Yes, I
I
know
think Top Gear,
exactly.
one of the episodes of Top Gear had
Oh, yeah.
oh,
Yeah, but that I'm not a big fan
there's
of
a
Top Gear. I don't think they respect their
they
vehicles as
blew it
much
up,
as
dropped it off a mountain, and the car still kept going.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Same engine,
I
4Runner, Tacoma, Hilux, same engine.
yeah, I was going to show you the vid, but hey, let's just keep going with these super chats here. Pine Barren, $10. 2008 F430 or 2015 911 Turbo, same price. What say the Pontiff? Let me tell you this. That's actually a really interesting because I really do love cars. You know what I mean? I really do love, and I've often fantasized. I've often been a delusional fantasist. Okay, a delusional fantasist. Okay, that's what I've been as a delusional fantasist who I got to be honest with you. I'd love to have, you know what, the Ferrari. I tell you, the heartstrings, Ferrari. But you know what? A much newer 911 turbo. That'd be the Germans. I got to be honest with you. The Germans, they really, they know how to make shit that actually works. Do you understand? I mean, if reliability is important, you probably should go. If you want the bastard to start, you're probably better to go for German. What do you think? Would you agree with that, Bud? Sorry, not Bud. We've got Mark.
Yes, yes.
Go for German.
Would definitely
Go
the
for
Porsche.
German because the honest reality is, right, you cannot beat those Germans. They might be a bit boring, but they seem to make shit that works.
One
And
of the problems, if I may say,
I,
Archie, with the
yeah,
430, was a big flaw with the water pump, and the water pump kept going out in those cars, and every time it goes out, it's about $3,500 for the water pump, and I think 5 grand to put it in.
I just watched a beautiful. I watched Dennis Collins. I don't know if you know Dennis Collins. He's
No,
got a car channel, and he just had a Ferrari thing. He had a 355. I love all those Ferraris. Pine Barren, I love them all. But seriously, you know what? The smart money would be an LC 500. Do you have the Lexus LC 500?
yeah, we do.
That's a naturally aspirated V8.
Yeah.
I'd get one of those because it's going to last 20 years. Last of the big grunty V8s, and Toyota. It's a Toyota, for God's sake. That's what I would buy. But if you're going to have a choice, I love Ferrari is amazing shit. Okay, Ferrari. I love Ferrari. I love just to say Ferrari. You know, get the Porsche. 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 In fact, you know what? Instead of getting a 911 turbo, why don't you get a non-turbo? Because you don't need the turbo. Get a naturally aspirated one, a little bit newer. What do you reckon of that? That's what I'd do.
Yeah.
Toyota Mo, $2. Only worth $2 boot. $50 boots are for premium cast.
That's why I don't drive a Toyota.
Oh, that's nasty.
That's all right. It's the internet. That's.
I gotta
that's
tell you,
all we
I'm
have.
starting to warm to you. I like this show, me and you today. This was a bit disrespectful. He goes, "Oh, he wants to doggy style." I mean, I think
Yeah,
that was really
a little
off.
bit off. Yeah, that was.
I mean, the truth is, just between you and me, I feel sorry for him because he's pathetic. Okay, he couldn't get a route in a bordello. Okay, the guy is just it's just not happening. Okay, you don't need to be disrespectful to another race just because you're socially inept. Does that make sense or not?
yeah.
I mean,
on the
seriously,
internet, I think. Sorry, go ahead, Chief.
I just think he should bloody clean his room, lose a bit of weight, and by the way, guys, I'm going to run this video because I thought this ad is so cool. Think of that ad.
It's Subaru. I'm not a big fan of Subaru.
And you know, Subaru used to make fighter aircraft in World War II. I don't know if you know about that.
Mm-hmm.
Pearl Harbor was the last time most of you guys saw Subaru. But look, they're our allies now.
Yeah.
I love that ad. They got every minority. I love the guy. He's driving the Rex, you know, the WRX Impreza.
Right.
And he's singing, and he's that looks
Was
so
it a guy
cool.
or a girl?
No, it was a guy who was singing. You see him because he's a rally car driver. He was going so fast.
Right.
That rally car driving is dangerous shit. You know that, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, they got turbo. Those things actually go really, really fast. And I like how they had little minority groups. You had the little gay couple. You see them?
Yeah. Well, you
And
know,
you
they
had
have to make the commercials.
It's so cool, man. I like it. I really want to go out and buy a Subaru. Even though I'm a Toyota man, I want to go and buy a Subaru. MJT, $8. Arch, drop the link for Jamie Opulence. Oh my God, this is heavy hitter. Jamie, you know who Jamie is? He's the guy with the Khaleesi. We'll welcome him on any day of the week. Tanzil, $5. Am I in the right place? This is the Archie Luxury channel. Fiking Subarus and Camrys. What next? Ming watches, Paddock, Pussy, and Porsche. Yeah, sorry there. I just love my Japanese cars. LC, $2. Hats off to Tim. Proof that Marco is the worst. We are going to have some exclusive gossip coming very soon. The Bear is working on it. I have no idea. I got not privy to nothing because otherwise I would blurt it out. MJT, drop the link for the Jamie Opulence. This is amazing. Doggy or no doggy. Go the Brumby. That's the Subaru Brumby. The Brumbies. I remember them. Jamie Opulence, $5. AC3, can I come on the show? Yes, you can. Come on, man. I'm posting the link. And show you a beautiful coat I bought for my wife on a recent trip. Yes, bring it on. Bring it on. I love him. He's a cool guy. He's really, really cool. Jamie, I love him. I love Jamie to death. He's a cool guy. He's just having fun.
If he comes on, then I'll leave because I got to go get some lunch, dinner.
Yeah, that's okay. I also saw you, Mark. You had a bad divorce you went through. Is that true?
Oh, terrible.
But you're
That's
okay
why
now.
I've been single since 1999, and it's beautiful. Love it.
1999.
Yeah.
How many kids have you got?
4.
Jesus Christ, you'd be paying a lot of alimony and
I, I,
child.
I, no, well, no, I didn't pay alimony. Here in America, we have a thing called child support. I did pay
Yeah,
that till all my kids, my youngest turned 18, and my
I
kids are
see.
doing great. Kids are doing great.
Are you still friends with the ex or not really?
No, no.
Like really bad or
Oh yeah, yeah. It was bad. It was bad. Yeah.
why does it have to go this way? Because it's just
I,
money and just everything.
it's money. Yeah, because I remember when I went through the divorce, I went to the court in a suit, and when I left,
Yeah,
I think I only had the boxers on. She got everything,
I
so
see.
I had to
What state are you in?
state of Illinois, sir. It's bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
You lost the house?
Oh, everything. Lost the house, lost the car, lost everything.
What car
So I
did you
had to
have?
rebuild my. I at that time in 1998, I had the 1998 S500.
Holy shit, you were quite
Yeah.
successful. What sort of business were you in?
I'm in television production.
And you lost the S500?
Well, yeah, went to the X.
She took it.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah. We had a female judge, so
It
God
was
bless her.
leased, but wasn't it?
No, actually, we had a we I bought it, so I had like monthly payments on the car, financed.
Oh, I see. Yes. Yeah, yeah, that's leased. That's kind of leased.
Yeah.
What was the settlement? What percentage?
Uh, it was well, she got the custody of the four kids, so there was no settlement. She got everything. She got the custody of the kids. She gets everything.
But the house had a mortgage on it, didn't it?
The judge, the house was in my name. It was paid off. It was from my. It was my parents had given it to me. So
Oh shit. So you lost
yeah,
that?
yeah,
Did that hurt?
yeah.
Could you
So
try to fix it with her?
no, no. She got married. It was a very crazy time.
Horrible.
Yeah. So I had to rebuild myself, and thank God everything is good. Yeah, kids are grown. They're all successful. So I'm happy.
Yeah. What nationality are you, just out of interest? I can't work you out.
Uh, I'll tell you another day.
Okay.
We'll keep guessing on that one.
LC $2 Mark and Marco single since 1999. Tonight at 9.
I don't think Marco was born in 1999.
And we've got I remember 1999 like yesterday, you know that? Tanzil $5.
Five
Mark, you
dollars.
should have called the law offices of Clive Sanderson, guaranteed to sink your channel and your divorce. I don't think it's much choice. It's certain states. It's already worked out. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, yeah, and especially
Particularly,
if you.
particularly when you got 4 kids. How old were the kids then?
Oh, my youngest was 5, 4, 3, and 2.
Shit, you're screwed. You're
Oh
absolutely
yeah,
screwed.
absolutely. I told you I left the
Tell
court.
tell me
I was
this.
in the boxers.
Why did it go bad? What is it? Were you playing around? Was she playing
No,
around?
no, it was just. I don't want to rehash the
Yeah.
those days, but it's differences. A lot of differences. It happens.
But how could you have loved this woman so much?
It's hey, you know what? I'm glad it happened at that time and not 20 years later.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Are you financially okay now, or you're
perfect,
still
perfect. Yeah,
you're
and
rich
that's why
again?
with
You were
my
rich again?
I'm thank God I'm very
Comfortable.
I'm doing pretty good.
Mercedes S500 rich or not quite S500 rich?
You know what? Those days are gone. I have a Challenger Hellcat, and
Yeah, they're also rated as one of the most unriable cars known to
it's a
man. The
Chrysler
Dodge.
product. It's midlife crisis. I
Yeah,
just booked a
700 horsepower. 700 horses.
707, sir. 707.
Yes. Oh, they do trannies badly.
Very
Trannies.
bad. Very bad.
Yeah, you got to
Very
treat
bad.
it with respect.
Yeah.
Showcase watches £1.80. Arch, you posted YouTube link, not the stream. What the hell was I posting?
Uh-oh.
Oh, sorry. Oops. Oops. Sorry. I just, because I was posting, yeah, you're right. I was posting that stupid Subaru commercial. What an idiot. What an idiot. Posting the Subaru commercial. We've seen enough lesbians for today. So, sorry about that. I'm just posting it now. Sorry. Malik Diamond, $5. Arch, this is my third super chat you missed. I feel like when IWC left you outside. Oh my God, what happened here? The Super Tanzil, Malik Diamond. I'm trying to find any. I can't see them. Malik Diamond. Here we go. Malik Diamond. Archie, you missed my super chat about the day date. 40 rose gold chocolate waffle versus green. Pull it up. Jamie Opulence. How are you? Okay, Mark, you got to shoot off and get some lunch. See you later. How are you, Jamie?
Yeah, I'm fantastic. I'm really good. How are you?
Hey, man, I am fantastic. Just a quick question here. Malik Diamond, 40 mil rose gold chocolate waffle versus the green dial. Shit. Oh, I'd probably go for the chocolate waffle. What do you think? That's the day date. The day date. I'll see if I can pull this up.
I've got some treats to show you.
Hey, I'd love to see. Just going to pull this up for him because he's paid big bucks. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I'm just going to pull this up very quickly here just so we can answer his request. I'd like to see these treats. Here we go. Da-da-da-da. You know what, guys? The green is beautiful. The brown, the chocolate waffle, man. Actually, they're both pretty cool. To be completely honest with you, I don't honestly... Shit, I don't know. Chocolate waffle. I'm trying to find I can see the chocolate. Where's the waffle? I reckon you can't go wrong either way. Whatever hits you at the moment. The green is a classic, but chocolate waffle sounds... Now, tell me, Jamie, what have you been up to?
Yeah, so I just had a trip to London with
How was
my
that?
wife. I was so nice, so nice. It's the first time, going on an airplane for since February last year. So it was just perfect. Just to get back on an airplane.
Just very quickly, Tanzil, $5. Mark, given that you are a television producer, assume you were drawn to the channel because of Archie's low-grade videos of him being banned from Cartier. Thank you. Thank you, Tan. Thank you, Tan. Tell me this. You jumped on a plane. What did you get the watch? Show me what you got. Show me the money, Jamie.
There's two items. So obviously London it's just a great city. I got one item for myself, one for my wife. What should we go with first?
The wife.
The wife.
I want to see the wife's. Okay.
Yeah. So my wife, she wanted this coat for many years.
A Burberry coat.
Yeah, the trench coat.
Holy shit! Was it expensive? Yes.
Yeah, it's like £1,800.
It's beautiful.
The trench is just
How did you know her size?
Well, no. She got it. I was with her in Terminal 5 at Heathrow Airport. I don't know if you've ever been to Terminal 5, but that terminal, it has Chanel, Hermes, Louis Vuitton, Rolex, Tiffany, Cartier, literally every designer brand you could dream of is in Terminal 5. But so she'd wanted that coat for many years, and she was going to get it in Port Banús, but they didn't have it available. So it was just...
I like the color. It's very, very... I actually think she chose very smart. Dice Baby, $2. Arch, give us a hint about the gossip. I'll come back to the gossip in a moment. And for what's this other thing you've got here? What the hell is this? Christie's. What the hell is this?
This is me. This is mine.
Oh, Great British Hat Maker. What the hell did you buy? Man, what the hell is this?
Well, do you like the box to start?
It's amazing.
Yeah, the box is gorgeous. Ready? Da, 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 da. Charlie Chaplin.
Oh, it's a bowler hat.
Yeah.
Bowler hat. How much are they?
Oh, I don't know. I don't have the ticket.
It's
Couple of
it's
hundred,
beautiful.
150, 200.
Don't break it. You look after that.
Yeah, I mean, I can't see me wearing it.
No, I would wear that everywhere. I reckon that's so cool.
Yeah.
That
So
you know what you need to get next?
I know what you're gonna say.
A top hat and cane. You need a cane.
Okay.
You know, a cane with a big ivory horse's head on it. You know what that's for, don't you?
For
in
hitting the
hitting the vloggers, the vlaggers. You know, the vlaggers.
Yeah.
I love your hat, man.
What I really want next, because I don't smoke, but I really want a DuPont lighter, and there's a particular lighter that I've got my eye on, which is William Shakespeare. There's a William Shakespeare edition, and also a William Shakespeare fountain pen. So
yes,
that's what I want next.
You got the JFK one. You got the JFK one.
Exactly.
I've had a look at the JFK one. I can't seem to warm to it. I love JFK. He's one of my political heroes. I mean, he's Catholic, and he fiked around like crazy, right? I love JFK, and I just like him. His Kennedy was cool, but I don't. You love the fountain pen, don't you? You wrote that romantic letter.
That's my first fountain pen. Prior to that, I had the rollerball or the ballpoint pen.
Yes.
That was my first fountain pen, which I
love fountain pens. I love them, man.
10th wedding anniversary.
Here we go. Sirocco sales, $5. Stan Laurel. Thank you. He's saying you look like Stan Laurel, you know, from Laurel and Hardy. No. Hey, that's I love that. That hat is beautiful. Man, I honestly, what a beautiful hat. You know what I mean? With the paddock on. Man, the problem is, with you wear a nice suit with the paddock on in Bond Street. They don't know. This posh geezer. You'd become a posh geezer, don't you think?
I am a posh geezer.
Yes. I love it, man. The hat is just, it's crazy. That's really cool, man.
I won't. It's not something I'm going to, wear.
Man, you're British. It's beautiful. It's actually beautiful. No, it is actually a beautiful thing. Just look after it, and
it is. It's everything. It's handmade, 100% fine fur felt. Yeah, this is a proper hat maker. You can see the box. Christie's, London, 1773. Do you know what I mean? This is proper.
It's proper. That's beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. And I take it you got one that fitted you. They fitted you out.
Yeah,
which one is the best one for you?
They measure exactly.
Man, that's so cool. The Pine Barren, $10. Arch, what is one thing that happens to men that you would like women to experience at one time, and why? What's one thing that happens to men that you would like women to experience one time, and why? What's one thing that happens to men? I don't know.
What is one thing that happens to men that you would like women to experience one time?
I don't know. Pine Barren, this riddle has stumped me. I have no idea.
No, because let's say it's a woman. My wife always says, about the period. I wish you could experience the period to know the pain that I'm going through. So perhaps we've got something that we can...
What's painful for us? What's painful for us?
Paying the bills every month.
Paying the bills.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, John Gout picking up a check. That's exactly right. Picking up a check.
Yes, John Gout. That's exactly. Oh yeah,
Um,
Level 999, £2. Jamie is very happy and well spoken. Very cool guy. You betcha, he's very. I love having Jamie on. How is the paddock? Are you wearing that now? What's?
no,
No, no,
it's hidden.
it's hidden.
Where is my watch? Let me get my watch that I've been
Yeah,
wearing.
yeah.
Yeah. 1 second, 1 second.
No worries, guys. Here we go. This is the ArchieLuxury live stream show. Here we go. We've got Jamie on today. Very good. Having some good guests coming on there. It's all very fun. Very fun. And hello to the real Cars and Chrono. I love you, the real Cars and Chrono.
Look at this.
Yes, sir.
I bought this because obviously I pretty much decimated my collection to get the
Yes.
tech. So I
Yes.
bought this as something that I can actually wear
Yeah.
on a day to day. And this was the first time I've actually been able to wear it on this trip to London, which was for a week.
Show me. Oh, it's beautiful. Actually, it's wave dial.
Yeah, Seamaster.
I love it on the rubber. Did you get the bracelet as well, or just rubber?
No, just the
the rubber.
rubber. And
Yeah, the
it's
rubber's fine.
so comfortable. But do you know what I really like about it? When you put the strap on, you see this little triangle.
Ah.
Okay,
Yep.
let me explain. So you put the strap on, you put this. Oh,
Yep,
hang
through
on.
there.
Hang on, let's get a bit more.
Bit more
Bit more.
length. Yeah. Is that an extra long strap or a standard one?
Just a standard strap, but it's fine.
Got you.
It fits. Right. Okay.
Toyota
So
Mo, $5. Now we have some real talent on the show. Wristwatch check. Yes. And I'm wearing my Paddock today. I'm wearing my Paddock Calatrava. I love my. Oh, okay.
let me
Goes
explain.
through.
This goes through, and then this bit.
Oh, it holds it in
You put it on the triangle,
place.
and it clicks. It just holds it,
Shit.
so it
That
stops it
is
moving around.
moving. Actually, that is clever.
But yeah, this is I really like Amiga, and this is my first time starting to learn about Amiga, and I think it's a brand that needs to be respected. I really like it. Do you know what I really liked about it? That it was so easy to get. There's none of that messing around, all that chase. It's like €4,800 from the dealer. Obviously, I managed to. Yeah, I got a discount. Exactly. I've got it for a guy in that's got a shop in Italy. €4,000. No stress, no problems. Bang, in my hands. In a couple of days.
The Pine Baron, $10. Great seeing Jamie on the stream. He's a great guest. He is amazing. He's an amazing guest, that's for sure. And Instagram, the real Cars and Chrono, $10. Wanna apologize to Timely, accused him of not being a true photogog. Admit I am wrong. Thank you. Apologize. Oh, yes. A photographer. Yes. He told me. Yes. Yeah. No, all good. Cars and Chrono. He's actually, yeah, I wouldn't have guessed it either. The real Cars and Chrono, I wouldn't have guessed it either. Especially with a Nikon 34 D30, which is kind of it's an entry DSLR, but it's the techniques, and he's got some amazing results. Absolutely. Showcase watches, £1.80. Jamie, wear that Seamaster in good health and wealth.
I'm really pleased with this watch.
Yeah.
It just ticks a number of boxes, and it's all about me, because I had that Patek, the 5167R, the Aquanaut Rose Gold.
Yes.
And that was me going down a bad path. That was me, chasing all the hype. That was all that was. That was me buying that watch, thinking I'm cool, thinking look at me, I got this Aquanaut Rose Gold. But it's a stupid path. I don't want to be on that path. So it got me off the path to get the.
The funny thing is, I gotta tell you, I've actually I don't have the Seamaster. I'll just get this. This is one of my. I desperately wanted this back. This is my Omega Speedmaster, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've actually fitted that to a leather strap. And I gotta tell you, man, there's something. Omega has beautiful quality.
Yeah.
There is a quality to. I mean, it's different to Rolex, but I gotta tell you, the best thing about this is it's not a Rolex.
Sure.
I mean, I love Rolex. I love my Rolex, but this here, you've got to wind it. You
Yeah.
wind it.
I like as well the because it's the helium, so
Helium escape
you go
valve.
diving and
Yeah.
then. So I was on the aeroplane. I was thinking, shall I release the helium?
Ha 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 ha.
20,000 foot. Yeah.
MJT, $8. Jamie, bring out the globe for our
Yeah.
good pal Ron the Shrink. He is
I
keen
want
to see
I want
it.
I want Archie to get one of these globes.
How much are they?
So it's Bellaby and Co.
Yeah.
Depending on the size, but
Yeah.
it's probably going to cost £3,000
I see. Gotcha. I love a globe.
starting. It goes big. Obviously, the bigger the globe, the more costly. But each globe is unique. It's handmade. It's hand painted, and they illustrate drawings
That's
with
beautiful. It's just a
calligraphy.
piece of art.
Exactly, it's a piece of
Piece
art.
of
So
art. Exactly.
let me get it. Let me get it. I think someone wants to see it.
Thank you, MJT. We really do appreciate your support. TL, $5. About to sell my Rolex Pepsi to buy a Lorient Ferrier micro rotor in rose gold. What do you think? The finish on the movement is exquisite. Pull it up. I gotta be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of these independents. We'll come to that in a minute. I want to see Jamie's globe. The funny thing is, Jamie, when I was a kid, I used to stay at my. So how does it stay in there? Is it?
Yeah, let's talk about the base.
Yeah.
The base is so my wife. She was born in Lebanon, in Beirut.
Yes. Yes.
And I don't know if you know, but in Lebanon, it's famous for the cedar tree.
Yes.
So the actual base, when you order from Bellaby and Co.,
Yes.
they have many options.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh,
this
it's got some
this is cedar tree,
Yes.
and the smell is it's perfect.
It's
So
exquisite.
this is all about a gift for our daughter. So to our darling.
Oh, wow. That's
To
so
our
cool.
darling Perla, love mum and dad 2020.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. But yeah, so the globe just sits in there and then you can spin it.
That's amazing. Just
Heavy.
very quick.
It's
What's
not
it made
light.
of?
I don't know. Don't
Something,
know.
whatever.
But it's heavy.
Just 1 minute, Bersha, $5. What's this guy's profession? He's in the real estate business. The majority of people are piss poor and able to afford a fraction of what he. Yeah, he's hardworking. Oh, Bellasby.
Bellaby.
There we go.
Yeah. And
Bellarby.
I told you last time, maybe you don't remember, but we wrote. So each of the countries that have sort of significance for us as a family, we have it read. So Colombia, my wife, she's 4 countries.
So when you order the globe, you tell them what countries you want.
Yep,
Holy
they will
shit.
come to you with what do you want, and they can draw. For example, you might have got married in Paris, so they'll put a couple of rings, for example, next to France.
Holy shit,
Countries
that's
are significant.
amazing.
But yeah, it's a piece of art, heirloom. It's something that's going to stay in the family.
Of course. I'll just get this super chat and I want to tell you about a globe story. So Bersha, yes, he is a pretty amazing guy. We like to have amazing guys on the ArchieLuxury channel. The Watch Guy Incorporated, $2.80. I like Jamie, a good guess. You bet
Read
you.
this.
Oh.
Wherever you go,
Yes.
we go with you.
Love mum and dad.
Wherever you go, we go with you in your heart. Love from mum and dad. So this obviously our daughter's 7, but as you know, this is
Yes.
something she's going to
Crypto
understand. Like,
Dreams, $5. Should I sell my 5.5 Ethereum cryptocurrency and buy a mint condition Daytona 116523 for just under 19, or keep the Ethereum? Archie, I would get out of the crypto crap. I never really liked crypto crap. I know nothing about crypto crap, and I would just get out of that garbage.
watch this.
Absolutely get out. Wow, that's amazing.
Effortless.
Yes. You know, the funny thing is, as a kid, can I tell you a story, a globe story?
Sure.
When I stayed at my grandparents' house, this is my mum's side, they had a globe. It was not an expensive globe. It was just a globe, okay? Just like a school type of globe, right? And I got to be totally honest with you. I used to love looking at it just to see where I would possibly want to go. I was fascinated just to see how close, because I had a big fascination with England as a kid. Because my dad was born in England, I always wanted to go there. We were actually going to do a holiday. We were going to go to England, but unfortunately my mother got sick and we never actually went to England. But as a kid, listen to this. It's like Gandhi. I used to draw little Union Jacks.
Yeah.
And you know what? The saddest thing is, Jamie, my auntie, she went out with this guy who was English. And I thought, because I was used to watching British TV, I thought they were all nice people with accents like you. Except he was a nasty fucking geezer. He was a fucking skinhead. He was a skinhead.
Yeah.
And I didn't quite understand the cultural significance of the finely cropped hair.
That's
and
not just you know, the perception that you have in Australia. That's globally, even in much of the Middle East, they perceive the UK and people from the UK to be upstanding people.
No,
but
that's because the ones who can travel, they are normally upstanding.
Yeah,
the
they present.
scumbags, oi! The scumbags are stuck in your motherland.
Yeah,
and you know what? I met this guy. I thought, shit, he's an asshole. He's not like any of the TV shows. You know, like, are you being served? I was going to talk to him about pussies. And he was a nasty fucking geezer. He was a bit of a nasty fucking geezer. He was such a skinhead. I didn't even realize he had that, you know, that checkered top they have? The red checkered sort of shirt.
Do you mean the Scottish, the tartan?
No. It was just a checkered. He had skinhead. He used to wear white T-shirts a lot too.
Like Fred Perry.
With something called Nationalist Front on them, whatever they were. That's the brand of clothes he used to have. and he also had a mini. He had a mini. And he was just a nasty fucking geezer. Steve was his name. Steve was his name. Real nasty fucking geezer.
Yeah, he's not well traveled.
I know that they were just working class.
You see that in America as well. A lot of people, they don't even have a passport.
No, 100%.
And the world revolves around.
Now, just very quickly, I just got to catch up on these super chats. What's this, guys? He's a real estate. You're in real estate, aren't you, Jamie?
Yeah, developer finance. We raise finance for developers.
I like Jamie. He's a brilliant guest. He's not just good. He's a brilliant guest. Crypto dream, sell it and get the Rolex, because crypto is crap. Crypto crap. Get out of that stuff. SR Bell 67 $2. Arch, do you resent Mark because he's a butt pirate? What do you mean by a butt pirate? Who are we talking about? Do you resent Mark? No. Mark Goldberg. No. Bear hates him. I got nothing to do with. I love Goldberg. It's just that Bear hates him, and that's it. Bear's spoken. That's it. Bear does a lot for me. So, unfortunately, now I'm going to share a screen. What do you think of these Lorient Ferrier? Someone's asking me about a Lorient Ferrier. I'm just going to bring one up on the screen. Have a look at this. I got to tell you, in all honesty, stick with your Rolex. I wouldn't look. It's beautiful, But if you want to buy a beautiful, beautiful watch, get a Patek. Yes, it's gorgeous, but personally, this is for somebody who already has half a dozen Pateks. Then you could get one of these stupid brands. But for me, unless you got over $10 million, I would just stick with Lange and Patek. Why do you need to go into weird, obscure brands? And I wouldn't be getting rid of your Pepsi. They're completely different. One's like a SUV, and the other one is like it's like a Rolls Royce compared to a Land Cruiser. Completely different applications. Completely different applications. So there you go. That's my opinion. Barisha, $2. Can you see a skinhead sporting a Rolex or a Patek? Tell you
Rolex.
what, skinhead, I don't think they have either. They're just nasty,
Oh.
really nasty geezers. I thought all the Poms, I thought all the English were nice and polite. I didn't understand skinheads were nasty, vicious, vile creatures. Not to be confused with the chav.
The chav, yeah.
They are some nasty.
Have you been to Chatham?
I gotta tell you, there's some nasty geezers out there. Just council house, angry, violent. That's what. So that's
Nothing wrong with council houses.
But they're angry and violent, and the world, they've got a big chip on their shoulder. The world owes them a living. Jay Wright, £2. Step back, reflect, be thankful. We all love you, Arch. Thank you so much. I got to tell you, man, how did the trip go with your wife? You had a great trip to England?
Yeah, it's so nice. So nice. We had business class, British Airways, for me, my wife and daughter. And yeah, Malaga to Heathrow, just real nice, you know.
How long was the flight?
It's about 2.5 hours, 2 hours, 50 minutes. And the nice thing is, obviously, there's a lot of, you know, you got to wear your mask in the airport, on the flight, you know, the whole day, really. But of course, with business, you go straight through the security, straight into the lounge. You sit down, you take your mask off, you have something to eat, and you have a bit of space. You have a bit of space on the plane, and you know that's worth the premium right now. You know, because the last thing you want is people all over you. What with the pandemic and whatnot. But yeah, it's so nice to go to England and take my daughter to see her grandparents. You know,
how did were they happy to see the grand? I suppose they'd be ecstatic.
Delighted. It's been a couple of years, and obviously
what did your parents do in England? They're retired now, I take it.
Yeah, so my dad is military. I don't know if I mentioned, but I was born in a British military hospital in Hanover.
Yes, in Germany.
In Germany.
What rank was your dad when he retired?
Not too sure. He done I think it's like 18 years, 16 or 18 years. So he did Falklands, he did Northern Ireland, and then also with the first Gulf War with Kuwait, Iraq, Kuwait.
Holy shit!
It wasn't anything major. I think he was saying he basically based in Saudi Arabia, and then they crossed over into.
He would have got the danger money, but he would have got the danger money. He would have earned big money, big bucks.
Yeah.
Is he a car man?
No. But I mean, look, my background isn't pretty. We left Germany. I grew up with just my dad. My mum and dad split up while I was quite young. I think I was maybe 3 years old.
Holy shit!
Yeah, my mum disappeared. She obviously, she just found another guy that she wanted to be with.
Holy shit!
And I just have memories of only positive things. It was me, my sister, and my dad. And my mum wanted
his best.
Yeah, he definitely tried.
Are they back together now?
No, they're not. But let me tell you a story.
Mum? Are you okay terms with your mum?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's no point having anger. You know, we're on good terms. Me and my mum are on good terms.
Sure.
But it's not ideal.
Sorry?
No, we've never opened the subject. We've never discussed it. But what I can say is my grandmother, which is my mum's mum, when my mum wanted to leave my dad, she wanted to basically go from Kent up north to Warrington and take me and my sister with her. But my nan said, no, you're not taking Kirsty and Jamie, they're happy with their, with where they are with my dad. Leave them, don't take them and disrupt their lives. And now I'm so thankful my nan stepped in and stopped my mum from taking me. But let me tell you a story. I've got memories as a kid of my dad picking, like fruit picking in the fields, and then me and my sister going to the farm, playing in the farm while my dad's doing the fruit picking, just so he can get money for our Christmas. Do you know what I mean? This is, you don't see that nowadays. The English aren't doing the fruit picking jobs. We've got all the Polish and whatnot coming in to do those jobs. But it's something that I really respect my dad for doing those things. And I remember him buying me this red sparkly bicycle, which obviously was the accumulation of doing Saturdays and whatnot in the fields picking strawberries.
Holy shit!
Yeah. So
there was no 4,000-pound globes for you, sunshine.
No, exactly.
But he tried his best.
Definitely. And he delivered. He delivered 100%. And
SR Bell, $2. Arch, would you toss Mark's salad for a yellow gold? I would toss anyone's salad for a yellow gold. No problems whatsoever. I'd even pretend to enjoy it. There you go. Showcase watches, £1.80. I was a council estate walla and proud of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I just when I just
it's
went
funny
back,
you say these stories. I got to tell you, I was looking back on my life, and after I got divorced, I hated IT. And IT jobs. I had a rejection pile a few years earlier, this thick.
Well,
And
application.
I started to drive taxis. I drove taxis for a couple months. 6
You got
days a week.
rejected job applications.
Yep. And I got to tell you, you know what? There's something honest about hard work. Just honest hard work. Never, ever put a job down. I got to tell you this, Jamie. I was kind of a proud guy. I had success in business. I had a BMW. I had, I wasn't super rich. Don't ever get me wrong. It was financed too. I had a big chunk of, I put half in, but it was half financed. And then when you lose your material goods, because your identity's in the things you have, I got to tell you, man, it changes you. And that's why I when I see timepiece gentlemen flexing Rainbow Daytonas and Aquanauts and Nautiluses, I think, it's so bullshitty. Like I've seen those friends, they leave you like flies, when you're in trouble. I've seen these friends, fair weather friends, they abandon you because you're no longer a winner. You're down on your luck. And I got to tell you, I can remember I was trying to get ahead a bit. I used to work in a government IT. I was a contractor. I wasn't full-time. I was contracting. Then on a Friday afternoon, I would start driving taxis. I'd finish at 5, and by 5:45, I was in a taxi picking up fares.
Yeah. Wow.
And I remember it was so hard because the taxes, I was already at the tax rate. Everything I earned was 30 cents in the dollar tax. VAT, 10 cents in the dollar, 30 cents in the dollar tax. And then I had to pay extra maintenance because I was earning, it was terrible. Oh my God. But you know what? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Jay Wright, £2. Great people like you, Jamie, only on AC3 channel.
But it's because of those experience that builds your character.
What happened to your dad then? So your mum left for whatever reason. She left you and your sister.
She just found another guy that she wanted to be with. And you know what? I don't have any.
Is she still with him?
Exactly. That's the point. She's still with him. The best part of 25 years later.
They had new kids as well. They had more kids.
Yeah, exactly. So I've got two sisters through my mum's.
Do you get on with them?
Yeah, perfectly well, and that's why I don't. For whatever reason, she had to leave. She wanted to leave.
Yeah.
But it's turned out to be the right decision that she's still with the guy 25 years later.
And your dad, did he remarry?
Yeah, exactly. That was challenging because it was myself and my sister with just my dad. It was our dad all to ourselves. He then married another lady, and she had like 5 kids. So, well, So Christopher, Jay, Gavin, Luke, Robert, Dagmar. Yeah, so she's got 6 kids, and then he had another kid with her, so it became 7, plus me and my sister. So we all end
How
up.
did you find that?
Yeah, it was challenging. We merged into one house. You know, it was challenging, and she was.
Was she good to you?
We had some events. So do you remember? Do you remember David Beckham? He had the Mohican.
Yeah.
The Mohican.
Yeah.
So that was a big trend at the time when he had that
Yes.
Mohican mohawk.
Yes.
So I got it done during the summer
Oh.
holidays before going to
Oh.
secondary school in year 7. So I went to secondary school on the first day with this Mohican, and of course they're like, sorry, you know, you're going to need to tone it down, you know, cut your hair. So I went back home. I didn't want it cut. I'm not getting it cut. Anyway, we had this event where she basically like pinned me on the floor, sat on my stomach, and shaved my head. So she actually apologized for that last week. Because you know she's coming to the end of her life now, and she's conscious of that event. So she apologized. She said to my wife in private, she said, "I was terrible to Jamie. You don't." And my missus, she's like, no, what are you talking about? No, of course. She's like, no, I really was terrible to Jamie. So there was that event that she was apologizing for.
Yeah, it's funny that, you know, so my mother died when I was 15, and I actually had a sister who was only a year old at that stage.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad remarried because he really needed someone to help look after that
Okay.
the sibling,
Right.
young girl.
Yeah.
My
1-year-old. Yeah.
And my stepmother, I got to be totally honest with you, I kind of liked her. I liked her, then I hated her. I liked her, I hated her. You know, I kind of had and then my dad and her have said, after 25 years of marriage, they divorced.
Yeah.
All
I
about
hated
money.
her, but now I look back and I respect the discipline that she put on me. Because
Yeah. It's
with it
strange
just being-
because she's actually left my life. My dad divorced her like 6 or 7 years ago.
Mhm.
And it's funny because I used to see her all the time, but she's made no effort to see. She doesn't want to see me.
No.
You know what I mean? That kind of, you realize your place. You know what I mean? And like she wouldn't even give me her address. I was going to send her a Christmas card, and she said to me, "Give it to your dad." She didn't want me to know her. I mean, my dad told my dad told me her address, and not that I give a shit, to be completely honest, but
Sure.
it's just little things like that. You think, you know what? And I remember I gave her, she'd had thyroid cancer.
Okay.
And I gave her a fucking Hermes scarf.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
you think, and then it turned so bad. You know what I mean?
I tell you, the one that saved me, the darling in my family, is my nan. My nan and granddad, actually, it was them two. Because when I was about, I think I was 14 or 15, I ended up living with my nan and granddad. And yeah, they're proper decent, you know, people.
Nice.
My granddad, he got a British Empire Medal from the
Holy
Queen
shit.
for his services.
Amazing.
He was based in Hong Kong for the British Empire, so services to the overseas territories and whatnot. But yeah, living with my nan and granddad, that really sort of
good middle class people.
Yeah, exactly. Just proper decent people, real decent people.
This is your mum's side or your dad's side?
My mum's side.
Yeah. What sort of car did they drive? A Rover P5?
No, my granddad. There's a company called it was called Securical at the time. It's now
they do.
Yeah,
it's
Security.
Now Chubb, isn't it?
No. I think it's now G4S.
Okay. Yes. He worked for them.
It was Securical, and he was the area director for the Southeast.
What sort of motor did he have?
Well, he had a company car, so it was a Mercedes. I don't remember exactly, but I just remember a long silver Mercedes. He was always in a suit, carrying his briefcase, coming in and out every day, off to London to work every day. But yeah, I live with my nan and granddad.
Nice upper middle class geezers. These were nice. proper
Yeah.
geezers.
Yeah.
And your sister, did she live with you as well, with your nan?
She ended up back with my mum because my mum had come down south at that point. So yeah, she ended up back with my mum. But there's a story that I want to tell, sort of how it all transpired to where I am now. When I was so we'll go back a few steps. So I moved in with my nan and granddad because their house was in the same village of where my secondary school was, and my mum was living in a place called Chatham, and that Chatham is where the chav comes from. Chatham chav, right? That's where it comes from. Chatham chav is.
That's also Chatham's also where the little Lotus 5 comes from. You know, Chattanooga. Little
No, I'm not talking about like Cheltenham or Chatham in the Medway towns. It's horrible
really rough.
place.
It's really.
It's not nice, and you can go the wrong way if you live there. Anyway, that was about an hour and a half on the train to get to my school every day.
Sure.
So I started not going to school and whatnot. So my nan said, "Jamie, come here Monday to Friday, go to school." So I did that, and it was about 6 months before the exams, GCSEs. And they called my granddad in for a meeting, and they said, "Look, we're terribly sorry, but Jamie's a bit disruptive." So it was me and maybe 10 other kids that were asked to stay at home and study for those last 6 months before doing the exams. But I didn't study. I just went and got a job selling double glazing conservatories. 16 years old on the phone. And then I went and did my exams, terrible results, no preparation, 7 E's and 1 F. And then I was 17, and that's when I left. I went to Spain, completely on my own accord.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
What age were you? Yes, keep going.
I was 17. I was either going to go in the army. I'd two options. I went to the barb test to join the army. So I did the barb test on a Friday. They said, come back on the Monday and we'll give you your results and we'll tell you what we think you can do.
How did you go?
Well, I didn't go back on the Monday because between the Friday and the Monday, a friend's mum said to me, do you want to go and work in Madrid? She knew I'd been doing sales. There's a sales job in Madrid.
Yeah.
Real estate company.
Shit.
So I was like, yeah, I'm going straight to Madrid. So I didn't, that's how close I came to going in the army, but fortunately I didn't. And, at 17
When did you meet your wife? How old were you?
Yeah, so I met my wife, I think I was like 19. So that was a couple of years later. Not 18, 19.
And she took care of you?
Yeah, exactly. My wife's 10 years older than me, so 18, 19-year-old with a 28 or 29-year-old, she really took care of me because she was working in administration in the same company we were just friends for 1 year. I was going off the rails, right? It was a sales environment, 30, 40 sales guys. And I was pretty good at sales, and the rewards were things like, Jamie, you've done really well this month. Let's go down the brothel. Let's go, this is your reward, a brass. And I had no secrets from she was my friend. She knew what I was doing, but she would take me to one side and say, no, Jamie, you don't need to be like these guys. And then that slowly, I was like, oh, hang on. That's how I got in with my now wife. And we've been together.
Shit.
We've been together like 12 years, something like that. And
that's
madly in love, deeply in love. Yeah.
You're a very positive guy. I got to say that. You're a positive geezer.
Yeah, because the good thing about going into these sales environments at such a young age is you don't know anything else. You're not clouded by anything else. And the first thing they teach you from day one is negativity is a cancer. Yeah. Do not associate with anything negative. So if I've got my mum on the phone whinging about my sister, I run. Mum, I can't speak. I got to go. Yes. I can't entertain negativity. It's a cancer. And that's just, the beauty of being such a young age. You can just run from it. And you're like a sponge. You soak it all up. They molded me, how they wanted to mold me. And fortunately, it's paid off. But it financially, things didn't really start taking off until about 3 or 4 years ago. So I
Yeah.
sort of applied my trade, working in different real estate companies, and it was about 8 years ago now I started my own company. So I branched off, started my own company, and it's only really the last 3-4 years where things have just gone crazy. And so we got an office in here in Marbella, one in London, one in Manchester, and we've now got Hong Kong. So we just registered in Hong Kong, and when things go well, we want to get back out, get over to Hong Kong and actually get a base there.
Yes. Yes. Hong Kong is amazing. I love Hong Kong.
Yeah,
It's very expensive real estate.
yeah.
Very.
For me, Singapore.
I love.
That's the
Man,
place.
you're talking my thing, man. I love Singapore
I've
is an
been
amazing
I've done
country.
Bangkok, Kuala Lumpur, but Singapore is for me everything. I love Singapore.
I love Malaysia. I must say I love KL, Kuala Lumpur.
Mhm.
It's not
Yeah,
far. You can drive from
yeah.
KL to
I
Singers.
flew Singapore to Kuala Lumpur with
Yeah,
Malaysian Airlines business.
it's
It's
beautiful.
really
It's only
close.
short, quick,
45 minutes, 50
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah, man.
But it's
That's
quite a drive from Kuala Lumpur Airport to the city. It's a
actually
really
no. With Kuala Lumpur, KL's got the express. You never ever drive it. You take the express train.
I took the taxi.
Oh no, big mistake.
Oh, is
In
it?
KL, they got a special train which is from the airport into the city. You would
Ah,
never take anything else because that train is
yeah.
so quick. It's like
Yeah.
Hong Kong. When you land at Hong Kong airport, you don't take a taxi. You jump on the train into the city.
Okay.
The Hong
Okay.
Kong train is so good. You can even check your luggage in, depending on your airline, at the stations before you can check
Yeah.
in. It's an airport
I don't
check-in.
know. I just remember I landed in Kuala Lumpur and
I
I
love
collected my
KL.
bags. I
I
came
love KL.
through, and then there was these girls waving their thing, taxi, taxi, taxi. I was like, yes, yes, taxi, please. I didn't have a clue what was going on.
No.
Grab the
Look.
first
I've
thing.
made mistakes too. Don't worry about it. I've only learnt this because I've been there so many times and realized, hey, this is what you do. You
Mm.
learn. No. Complete. Malik Diamond, $10. Jamie, after the paddock and now daily Omega. Do you have any plans for future watches? Good question.
Yeah, of course I will, for sure. It's
Yeah.
easy. It's easy now to build from here, right? It's very easy. I've got what I needed, what I really wanted, which was that Patek 5231. From
Mm.
here, I'm completely at ease, completely relaxed. There's no 100 grand watches to
Mm.
buy. I don't need big expenses on watches anymore. So yeah, I think just a Rolex Submariner, the black one, very easy. Not a massive expense from here, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't. I'm not desperate for another watch. I'm satisfied, so satisfied, content.
I gotta tell you, Jamie, you're a really nice guy. I love your. I gotta tell you, I think it's really cool to have an older woman. My wife is 3 years older than me. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Hmm.
And what I find with you is most people who have substantial money, let me tell you this, I'd say 95% always have a bit of side pussy.
Yeah, but
You're
I
a
never
one
had any
dog, one
money.
bone.
I
You
never
were
had
just
any
a
money.
nice, loyal guy,
Yeah,
and I got to tell you, I think that's a really cool thing. I
yeah. But
honestly,
let me tell you, Arch, I never had any money when I met my wife. I didn't
yes,
have any money. I really didn't. We were renting, just making ends meet. But it's my wife who actually has money. She comes from a very good family.
yes,
Her grandfather, uh, so it's a mixture, but she has origins to Baghdad. Her grandfather was you wouldn't know, but back in the day when King Faisal, Malik Faisal, was the king, the royalty in
yes,
Iraq, her grandfather was made a lord. So she comes from money, and her dad, he has a cinema and loads of things in Baghdad and whatnot. So,
yes.
but she didn't get with me for money. Didn't
No.
come into it. It was just pure love, purely head
Yes.
over heels.
Hey,
Just
hey, when I met my wife, I was renting, listen to this, I was renting an ex yellow cab with 900,000 kilometers on it. That's like 600,000 miles on it. Believe
Wow.
you me, I didn't really have the moolah. You know, the
Mm.
funny thing is, I tell you, I was going out with a few girls, right? I mean, you just go, but my wife was really a quality girl. You know how you go out with a girl, you think, fuck, it's probably like with your wife now. You just know she's quality, right?
Yeah, she
Let me
is.
tell you a story. I'll tell you this story. I don't actually want to share this with my audience because it's a bit personal, but I don't want anyone to actually think I'm a
Nobody
narcissist.
listening. It's all
No
right.
one's listening. There's no one
Yeah,
here. There's no one
no
here.
one's here. It's just us.
Okay. So I'll tell you the story. Okay. So I had fucking nothing. Okay. I had 30,000 in credit. I remember I asked my wife to marry me, and she took me aside and said, "Paul, I want to tell you something." I'm thinking, what? I thought, what's this? She says, "I just want you to know I don't have any money."
Mm.
And I thought to myself, you know what? I dream of having zero. I'm 30 to 40 in the hole. Zero is a dream for me,
Yeah.
to have
Mega,
zero.
mega.
You know what I mean? And she was kind of a very, like, you go out. I went out for a few girls, and you just know they're just, go out for slapper. You just know different types. But this one was a quality girl, right? And the only thing of value I had a Cartier Tank France. Sorry, I had a Cartier Basculant. It's a
Mhm.
steel Basculant. It's a flips over. It's kind of like a reverso, except it's
Yeah.
Cartier's version. And I had. I'll show you this now. Let me show you this. So I said to myself, if I sleep with her, I'll give her this bracelet, even though I may never see her again. I thought this is what I'll do because I didn't have money. I had a job. I was working. I had a government job, but I was just went through the divorce. I was just paying alimony, and I was also driving the cab as well to get extra money because I was just completely fucked. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So I'll just show it to you. I'll show you this. This is what I actually gave her, which was the only thing of value I actually had. There you go.
Mhm.
It's an antique gold, yellow, 18 karat yellow gold, 2 diamonds, 2 half-carat diamond, and a natural emerald in it.
Yeah. Was
And
that your
actually,
previous ex-wife's ring?
I had bought this from Vintage Watch Co. Just as I just bought it because when I had money, because I had
Okay.
massive high, then I lost everything
Yeah.
off. This thing I still had. It's the only
Right.
thing, and the Cartier.
It's not a ring, is it, or is it
No, it's a
a
bracelet. It's a
bracelet?
bracelet. I'll show it
Bangle.
to you. I've got another photo. I'll show you. I'll just show you another photo of this thing here. Just show you.
It's not Cartier, though, is it? Or
No, it's not. It's not. There we
it's an
go. So it's a
antique, yeah.
bracelet. So it's actually it's like a love bracelet. It's very similar to
Okay.
the Cartier love
Yeah.
bracelet, but it's from an Australian jeweler in 1910. It was
Mhm.
actually antique. And the funny thing is, I also had one of these Cartier Banois watches, but I had sold it to reduce debts. I had
No.
actually had one of these at the same
No.
time, and before I met my wife, I had actually sold it to reduce debts,
Yeah.
and that was the only thing I had, and I gave her that bracelet. There you go.
Mm.
That's the story.
I tell you, I'm so adverse to debt. I run a
Yes.
mile from debt. I hate it.
Yes.
Scares the shit out of me, frankly speaking.
Yes.
And that's because I come from, seeing my dad picking strawberries, to get money for Christmas. I hate debt. We got our mortgage when we bought this apartment, and I raced like a marathon to pay the mortgage off. I didn't.
Yes.
That was my only focus. Just get the mortgage off, get rid of it, because once I got the apartment, like a baseball pitch, I'm on base
Yeah.
one. Then I can get to base two, base three, base four.
Yes. Second
So,
base, third base.
yes, exactly. That was how I mentally sort of visualized it. So for me, debt. It's even though as a business, we raise debt, we raise finance for developers. But hey,
Hey.
for me,
Hey.
I hate debt. It scares the
No.
shit.
That's completely very sensible. Look. As Dave Ramsey said, they don't have foreclosures on fully paid off homes.
Sure, Dave Ramsey. Yeah,
They don't have foreclosures on fully. I think, to be completely honest with you, in my country here, if you don't have debt, you can't even get into the real estate market. Like it's
yeah,
so expensive You've got to like the other thing is too, instead of paying one house off, if you had two properties, when the market goes up, you haven't just made money on one house, you've got the exposure. So you've
Sure.
using the gearing, like
Mhm.
in my country here, we've got an investment property, right? Which you get certain tax incentives because you can actually claim a deduction
The
for the
cost.
interest of
Yeah.
the interest component of the mortgage on the investment property. You can claim as a deduction, and you also you actually have a loss. It's called negative gearing, and in our country, you can take your negative gearing loss off your taxes, so
Mhm.
your income actually goes down. So you've got to have two income earners, however. If you've only one of you is working, it's not so good. But my wife works and I work, and
Mhm.
we get a tax deduction from
Sure.
the invest. It's called negative gearing. So the
Yeah.
tax man and the tenant are paying it off. Not to mention the capital. The only negative is in this country here, we've got a thing called capital gains tax.
Yeah.
So when we sell the property, but you guys have got a much better system. You know what you guys do?
Go on.
You got death duties.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah. But
They're
I don't
wicked.
have I don't have a problem with capital gains and income tax. I love
No.
it. I
Yes.
actually look at it as if I'm paying
Success.
capital gains, I'm doing something right.
Exactly right. The Pine Barren, $10. Let's get to the gossip before you end the show. The gossip, I tell you what the gossip is, just very quickly. The bear is working it out. It looks like one of the guys that I did a lot of videos with, he was actually not as poor as he says he was. And he was spruiking major donors for donations. That's what happened. We've got one of the other guys who's going to spill his guts. And I was hoping to get super chats and ratings from it. Okay. And we're just working on a deal now. So we're hoping to spill the guts for ratings, and I hope to buy my wife a fur coat like you've bought your wife. Fur coat, no knickers.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's an amazing coat.
Once I did the apartment, the second second big investment I did was gold.
Yes.
And that's gold in Singapore, not to be touched, not to be traded. It's literally an insurance policy. If shit really hits the fan, it can be liquidated nice and quick.
Yes, I actually got a safety deposit box in Singapore. I love Singapore.
Yeah. I love Singapore as well.
I love
The only thing I hate about Singapore is the humidity. You get off that plane,
yeah, it's very hot.
it's on the equator,
The
isn't it?
price of cars is ridiculous in
Yeah,
Singapore.
I've heard to get a driving license, it's like you have to. It's like a premium 50,000 or something just to have a license because they don't want cars. They don't want cars, and you don't need a car. You don't need a car. You've
and
got
they
the
make it a
MRP.
status symbol. It's become a status symbol because they've made it so difficult.
Yeah.
But
you don't need a car. You don't need a car in Singers. Not at all.
no, you don't. The transport is amazing, and taxis and Uber and Lyft. It's. I don't know if they have Uber. They have Lyft. I think they have Lyft.
Yeah. What's that one?
Grab.
Yeah, there's one in
Grab.
Asia which is super popular. I've still got the app, I'm sure. Grab. There you go. Grab.
Just out of interest, there, a little bit of gossip's come through to me here. I'm allowed to reveal a little bit. There was some information. Artem may not be as bad as we think. A certain individual tried to backstab him numerous times with me and with Bear. And this individual was pushing to run rebel streams against me. And he used an email database of big donors to hit them up for PayPal donations. Don't worry, guys. I'm going to spill the guts.
Let me just say one thing on
Yes.
Tim.
Yes.
He was very respectful to you with that live stream that he just did with Anthony, and he was actually angling to get Anthony to come on your show. So he was Yeah, he
So
was.
he's
He's got your back. I really think Tim's got your back.
Yeah,
He was.
yeah. Bear's working on it. Bear is working on it. I've
Yeah.
got to tell you, you've had a lot of success. Your wife is absolutely gorgeous there. You've got a lovely daughter. Is your life, it's just everything is fantastic. How do you
Yeah.
feel? Well, I suppose you are very fearful of debt. You want to
Well,
make sure if it ends tomorrow, you're putting some money away. That's what you're doing, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Because I don't want to count my chickens. That what I have now, work-wise, is all rosy, but it's not promised. It's
Can
not
I
promised.
tell you this? One thing I found is in life, I had my own business, this was 20 years ago. When I started thinking, you know what, it'll always be good like this,
No,
that is when it went to shit.
sure. And let me tell you, because you probably get the sense. I like things in order, like to be safe, secure, and stable.
Yes.
So for example, my daughter, she's in a school, really good school. I've got the money in an account to pay her school fees until she's 18. Yeah.
Holy shit.
So I
That's
ain't got no
fantastic.
messing around. If shit really goes wrong, I know that my daughter's education is covered. And that for me is very important to make sure her education's covered.
Just putting the link for JJ. JJ wants to come on. Let's bring on the JJ. I got to tell you, Jamie, life is very, very good. It's good to see you're selling double. I don't know if you remember a guy called Fred Dipner, the steam engine man. Remember Fred Dipner?
No, I'm not that old. I'm 31.
Okay, well, Fred said we've become a nation of con men selling double
Uh-huh.
glazing to each other. That's
Yeah.
what he said.
I do
double
wonder,
glaze.
how do they sell double glazing nowadays? Surely it's not people bashing the phones selling
How
double.
is double glazing? Do you believe in the product? It
Well,
does
yeah,
work.
it's very important. We all need. We don't need thin panes of glass on our windows. We all need double or triple glazing in the UK, and
Yes.
many people like a conservatory. So, yeah, it's a product that people love. All
Yes.
houses come with double or triple glazed windows now. But of course there was a massive industry of people doing cold calls. If we could replace at possibly no cost to you, how many doors or windows do you have? That was the line. But
Yes.
that was something that I did. When I was 16 years old, and
Yes.
it was my introduction to sales. And of course, it's brutal. You're just banging the phones. It was an auto dialer. There's no me dialing the phone. It dials it for you automatically.
Holy shit.
So you come off one call and then there's another call.
Holy shit. It's how did you what's some sales technique? What's some good sales techniques you can give to the audience? What's the
Well,
best
the
thing
the key is to know your product. So I mean, if the deals that we're dealing in, hundreds of thousands. So we can't expect someone to part with $100,000 without us being sure in what we're portraying to them. We've got to know our products. So that's the key. Just be transparent, be honest, and know your bloody product. Hi, JJ.
JJ, how are you, my transparent friend?
Kumbaya, my lord. I came on to sing Kumbaya, Arch.
Kumbaya.
Is that happening tonight?
What do
I don't
you
know.
think, man?
I don't
Hey,
know.
LC,
I don't know what to think.
$2. How much would you sell your personal Speedy for? Who's he talking to? My Speedy's not for sale.
I'll sell you mine, LC.
Yeah, I'd never sell my Speedy. I've got that from MJT. Really good guy. I wouldn't actually sell it. I wouldn't sell it. I love my Speedy. How are you, JJ? Talk to me. What's going on? What's happening in the world?
Doing well. Just got home a little while ago. I was away for the weekend.
Did you see Jamie got a Burberry coat for his wife?
No, I did not see that.
Yeah, show it to him. Can you show it to him?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, nice.
Trench coat.
Yep.
Yeah, trench.
And he got a hat. JJ, this is the
Oh,
hat you
no.
need.
What do
This
you
is
got?
the hat you need, JJ.
Uh-oh.
Da-da-da-da.
It was that Laurel and Hardy
It's a
hat, right?
bowler hat. It's a bowler
I actually have one of
hat.
those.
Christie's,
I had
London.
one of those from my great grandfather on my mother's side. My mother
Yeah.
kept it.
Bowler hat.
I don't think I will be wearing it. There's
And
no.
you've got to read the Times. You've got to read the Times. You need a pinstripe suit,
I
and
need
you
a pipe.
read the Times.
What's those the
Suspenders.
braces?
Yes, keep
braces.
braces. I loved braces. You know, they're better than belts.
A cigar.
What about watches? What kind of watches are we wearing today? Anyone?
This guy has got the Khaleesi dial, but he's showed us
Right.
his beautiful
I'm not wearing it.
Omega. Show us the Omega. Look at this. A rubber strap Omega
Nice.
wave dial. What are you wearing today, JJ?
I am wearing my 5960p on an Aaron Bespoke.
And I'm wearing my my Patek 5127. Yes, you got a
There we go.
beautiful.
Do you see, JJ? Do you see yourself coming into Patek? Transition. Are you wearing Patek?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the annual calendar platinum with the chronograph.
I haven't seen you with a Patek before.
Beautiful.
Yep. Only one I have. That's the only one.
Nice.
Can I let you on a secret if you don't tell anyone?
Sure. Me or Jamie or both of us?
Yeah, just our audience. You know, Plastic. He's about to take the walk on the wild side.
I thought he's a Rolex man only. What happened?
He sold the two-tone bluesy.
Right.
And apparently he may be getting a Patek.
Why did he sell the bluesy, Arch? Did you tell him not to sell that?
Of course I told him not to do it, but
right.
I understand what he's buying. I don't want to say too much, but yeah, that's the way it could be going. So
is he buying a sports piece or a dress piece?
It's a dress piece.
Okay, good.
Very much a dress piece.
I can't picture him with the dress piece, but okay.
No. AC Morgan, $20 here, Arch. Gave Tim 20 tonight. Want to keep it equal. Thank you. Timepiece, gentleman, line of the night was when he asked if he liked Omega and he said, I love space. Yeah,
was that a good stream? Did anyone catch that?
I saw a bit of it, but, you know, I got to be... I'm a bit concerned for Bud the Stud. I think Bud the Stud is... He really attacked Bud the Stud. I don't think that was fair because I think Bud is actually a really decent guy.
Right.
And I think he should just double check. If he's just double check it's been paid. Just provide him with the date and how it was done. And it's all gone. It's all fixed.
Right. Well, a dispute over a refund is fairly easy to prove either done or not done, right?
100%.
Like if I refunded you and you're telling everyone in the world I didn't refund you, I would say, look, I refunded you right here on this day.
Exactly.
I think Anthony enjoys the. It's like a yo-yo. He enjoys a little playing with his nerves, playing with his anxiety for Bud the Stud.
I got to be honest with you. I look at Anthony. He's taking juice. I'm sorry to say this to you guys.
Why do you say that, Arch?
I just think he's just too thin and too muscular. You know what I mean? And the other thing is, I think realistically, I don't like that flexing stuff. Getting a Lamborghini, flexing a rainbow Daytona. I can't think of anything more yucky.
Yeah, but his demographic of customers, that speaks to them. You know, that he's not selling Patek Philippe Calatravas. He's not selling, you know, World Times.
Sort of
Yeah.
I think he's selling to a younger, more new money group, not a sophisticated group. No offense to him, but I mean, it is what it is. You have to know your customer base, Arch, right?
Yeah, but he kind of makes it. He kind of makes it seem like when I found out he's getting a Lamborghini, I just cringe. You know, I love Italian cars. I think they're beautiful, but is he buying it for himself or just to show off how great he is? Massive ego, massive ego. I'm just worried about the ego.
Yeah, he's up in the stakes. up another
Now,
level.
do you think maybe he didn't give Bud a refund because Bud's been crushing him online? Maybe he's giving him a little heartache
I think
back.
he's too stubborn. I think he's too stubborn to even look into it. He's too stubborn. I think he something's gone wrong. Someone's mislaid something to each other. Bud doesn't lie. I know Bud. Bud is actually a really decent guy.
Right, but I'm saying, do you think he's kind of giving it back to him a little because he killed him in the comments? Maybe.
And Anthony said
stringing him along.
Anthony said on the stream there's still around 35 people to be paid their refund of the $2,000 each, and he said the reason that there's still that many is because there was a problem with the PayPal account and money
Bud
being
paid by
paused.
Venmo, because Bud sent me the screenshot, so it wasn't even. But I got to be totally honest with you. I don't understand, why is he buying a Lamborghini?
Probably right off, Arch.
Why do you buy the Lamborghini when you haven't paid these people back? No? Am I wrong in saying that or not? I don't know.
Oh, well, I mean, is he not paying them back because of a technical problem, or I don't really know.
I just think it just seems, look, all I'm saying is I think Bud is a decent guy. Also, he says Bud is upset. It had a scratch on it. Now, I think they're probably both a little bit wrong because the watch looked, besides the scratch, it looked beautiful. It was sold to Bud as being unworn, brand new, and it possibly has a little scratch on it. I think, I think honestly, it's not a fake AP. It's a real AP. It's a beautiful AP.
It's gold, stunning.
It is beautiful, but I can see both sides why they're a bit pissed off. And just between you and me privately, I think Anthony, his ego is a little bit, like, I like talking to Jamie. Jamie's cool, chatting nicely, but I never really feel comfortable with Anthony.
I like Jamie's name, Jamie Opulence. At least he didn't straight copy with Jamie Luxury. You know
Yeah, well, I go to Google, I look for the thesaurus,
right.
type in
synonyms.
Yeah. Well, yeah. On the thesaurus, luxury, opulence.
I got to tell you, I love
Jamie's
Jamie's
excommunicated.
positive attitude. You've got a very positive attitude. I think you would do well in many industries. The thing is, you really attribute a lot of your success to that great wife you've got, don't you, Jamie?
Yeah, because I can walk out the door each day and home is taken care of. My daughter's in good hands. I don't have any stresses. I did in 2019, just before the pandemic started, I did 62 flights. My wife's not, where are you going? Why are you going there? You know, there's none of that. She's on my side. She wants me to go to Hong Kong and go and raise money from investors. She wants me to win. So I do attribute a lot of the success.
Sure. What hotel do you stay at in Hong Kong?
It was next to Clark Key. Sorry, not Hong Kong. Singapore. I'm thinking of Singapore.
Yeah.
No, in Hong Kong, I don't specifically remember, but Singapore is where I've had most of my visits.
I love Singapore.
Yeah, Clark Key.
I love Clark Key. That's got a great little eateries there and music. Man, I've been to Clark Key. A bit expensive. Some of the food is a bit expensive. But
everything's expensive in Hong Kong.
Singapore. Clark Key.
Sorry, Singapore. Excuse me.
Yeah.
But we're banking now. You know DBS Bank.
Yes.
So we're with do you know Nomad Capitalist?
Yes.
Andrew Henderson. He does. He's got his YouTube channel, Nomad Capitalist.
Yes.
I paid him a lot of money, like something like $20,000, $25,000, because I used to have my company based in Gibraltar, and there was a few issues because I'm based in Spain, so I needed to transition quick. So we registered in Hong Kong with Singapore banking, and obviously Andrew done all the instructions.
That's
some super chats rolling in, Arch.
Scott Allbrand, $20. Great watch review on the Pharmacist watch collection. Buy Rolex, don't sell, slow down, wear your watches, have a couple two-tones, add an upper level Patek sometime. Great to see JJ on the stream. You absolutely betcha.
Thank you, Scott.
I'm going to do better than that there. Let me tell you this here. I'm going to show you something very quickly. I'm going to share the screen. I want to show you something, and that is the Pharmacist's Collection. And I said to this guy, man, he's got two Explorer 2s. He hasn't even worn them. Unworn. Man, start wearing
I saw this.
them.
You're like, what is this unworn?
Unworn. Exactly. He's got the Tudor. He's got the Speedmaster. Man. And he was going to sell the two-tone. I said, man, just keep what you've got.
Why does he have so many GMTs, Arch?
He seems... Look, I said to him, start stockpiling some. Get a Submariner. Get a Deep Sea. Just start adding a bit to it. It's a beautiful collection. To have these things is amazing. I love his yachty with the blue. That's my favorite Yachtmaster one, is the blue dial one. I think that is absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning.
I saw that in person when I went to buy out my Mercedes at the end of lease.
Yes.
The guy that parks the cars was wearing one. I said, look at this shit.
And you bought the Mercedes out now? What happened?
Right. Yeah, I bought it out.
You bought it. You own it.
Yeah.
Well, I thought you were going to lease another one. What happened?
Oh, forget it. Because there's no cars right now. It's a nightmare.
Oh, so you just bought your one out then?
Yeah, they wanted like crazy amount of money for a new lease. And I said, are you crazy? You know, what are you talking about? They're like, we have 2 cars. Do you want it or not? And I said, no, I'm just going to buy out my end of lease. And the guy said, okay. He goes, if you ever want to sell it back, we'll give you back your money within the next 6 months to a year.
Yeah, wow.
Because they're going it's going for about 10,000 over what I paid.
Wow.
You know, because I bought out the end of the lease. So yeah.
LC $2. TPG is the human equivalent of gold plating. True. Look, I don't hate the guy. I just think he seems very insecure. That's all I would say. Like Jamie, I can tell you this now. Jamie's winner chicken dinner. Jamie's doesn't strike me as a just a showing off. He doesn't care what you think. He's just positive, cool. You can really talk to him. You say his success. Timepiece gentleman always kind of trying to prove something. I don't understand it.
All I want from Anthony is just some humbleness, because humbleness is beautiful. It's a really desirable trait to have. Just show a bit of humility. That's all I'd love to see from him.
Totally agree. I had to drive taxis to get humility. You know, I got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I was never that humble.
It's like the stock market.
Yes.
Unless you're humble, the stock market will humble you. Yeah. So maybe that's what Anthony needs, to be humbled.
I don't dislike Anthony. I don't dislike him. But I really do think a bit of humbleness would be fantastic. And I got to tell you, JJ, I want to say this to you. You know, I think we might be giving the boot. He's doing too much weed. He's just got to slow down his life. He needs to clean his room and start. I don't think you know what I said.
That's what happens when you puff on too much weed. You don't clean your room, aren't you?
Jamie, I said to I think you should go to Japan or a country like that. Go and have an opportunity, because it's not working in Israel. You can just see his life is not working. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not a very sustainable model as well for him to be coming on
a good indicator that your life is in shambles is you can't walk across your room without kicking something out of the way. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Not even to make I'm being serious. Like, you know what I mean? If you can't walk from one end of your bedroom to the other, your life is a bit in disarray. No.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Everything was good over here. Nice and clean.
That's beautiful,
all
man.
Clean.
It's all nice and clean.
Like the piano as well, Arch.
Oh man, that's.
I saw you got a video of a piano. I saw your piano. Is it the baby brand?
Yeah, that's on the Instagram, wasn't it? The Instagram.
Okay.
Was it Instagram? Did you go to my Instagram?
I don't know. You got videos going back 12 odd years.
Oh yeah. No. I bought that for.
I was looking for a tool, so I want to buy a tool. Start changing the straps. So all I do is whatever I'm looking for, I just go ArchieLuxury tool, watch tool, and then up comes a video. There's always a video with whatever I need from you.
So cool. The Pine Baron, $10. Does Singapore have decent private property laws for foreigners? Safety deposit boxes, real estate, etc. Is it difficult? Look, safety deposit box is very easy. You pay a deposit, and no, it's easy. I don't know about the real estate. Real estate
it's a whole different. Right.
Yeah.
Whole different thing, right?
expensive there, but
Leave the real estate, but they respect law, common law. Singapore just
yeah.
respects the rule of law.
Singapore's a very safe country. It's
And it's very neutral. They don't have wars. They're not involved in politics. They're
the
just
best
very
thing. I
neutral.
don't know if you know this, Jamie. Do you know what? Singapore actually had a lot of strikes. Okay, in the 60s, they had a lot of strikes. So what the government did, this is under their prime minister Lee Kuan Yew. What they did is they said, okay, we're going to help you get a house.
Yeah.
They built these government housings.
Uh-huh.
Now, it's not like England. See, England, they never privatized them, right? They always, you were renting them. You never owned it. But in Singapore, Housing Development Board, you could actually use your superannuation to buy one. And you know what? All the strikes in Singapore stopped. Everybody started hammering. And Singapore's become one of it's a very wealthy, successful country. It's only a small, it's a city country. It's one of the few countries. Singapore is also the name, the city, the country. It's like Hong Kong. Hong Kong is also a city country. You know what I mean?
They have is it Sarasota or that Sentosa Island? They got a little bit
Yes.
extra, but Singapore is Singapore, the city.
Exactly. At Sentosa, they've got a few amusement parks and that there. I went.
That's
on this
where
chairlift.
Donald
I
Trump
nearly shit myself.
on the chairlift.
Yeah, holy shit! 'Cause I'm looking at it through an Osmo, thinking, "Oh my god, we're getting high." I'll just put that down and hang on, please.
So, Arch, I got to ask you, in all fairness,
Yes.
did this get the boot because him and producer Mark came up with the idea for you to pool your super chats with them? Did you see that video with them?
I think they were smoking
Convention.
too much weed. That was
Right.
too much weed.
We need Birmingham to play the lay off the weed.
Lay off the weed. Yes, exactly. I think Omar, $5. Arch, this seriously loves you. Don't be too hard on him. Take him under your wing and help him. The community would love it. His problem is he's also giving random girls to wear his watches. That's not a good idea.
Maybe he got that from, remember, Jeremy Fragrance, the guy Jeremy Fragrance?
Yes.
He goes around and he makes the girls smell his cologne. Maybe he was trying to do something like that.
I love Jeremy Fragrance. He used some of my video. I was so cool. Guys, I'm just going to take a toilet break. JJ, you can entertain our top level guests if you don't mind.
Let me juggle. I'll juggle.
You just chat to him away nicely.
So, Jamie, let me ask you. I need a brush up. I know you got the Khaleesi dial. Did you sell anything to get that, or did you just buy it? Or
No. So the dealer who got me the Khaleesi dial, I part exchanged 3 watches. So I gave him the 5167R, so the Aquanaut Rose Gold.
Right.
Gave him the particularly Calatrava, like an old version, and also just a basic Datejust. And then around 22,000 pounds on top.
Okay.
So the invoice amount was 84,500 pounds, which I'm not sure what that is in dollars. But yes, I gave him 3 watches plus some cash.
Okay. All right. And I guess you felt like the Khaleesi dial World Time kind of filled the gap for those 3 anyway, or I mean, maybe not so much the Aquanaut, but the Datejust you surely don't need, and the Calatrava you surely don't need.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Calatrava, I think I wore that 2-3 times. When I wore a suit to London, that was the only really appropriate time. But it definitely filled the gap. And to be frank and really honest with you, the Aquanaut wasn't me, right? I got the Aquanaut out of, I think I'm cool. Look at me. I got the Aquanaut. That was the reason why I went and bought the Aquanaut.
Mm-hmm.
But it isn't the road that I want to go down.
Right.
And I came to my senses and I said, you know what, cut that crap. But I actually made money on it because obviously,
why not?
I had it for a year and I made some decent money on it.
You know what it is too? I mean, look, it's like anything else. When you get into a hobby and you're watching stuff on YouTube, I wouldn't say like you're easily influenced, but you see like all this hype around it and you kind of assume like, oh, it must be great and then when you get it, sometimes it just doesn't resonate with you.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean, but at least you recognize that instead of living with a piece that you
mm,
don't really enjoy just to flex.
yeah,
You knew it wasn't for you, and you have to give yourself credit there. I mean, you bought. I mean, Khaleesi dial is amazing and all, but it's not a hype piece. You know what I mean? It's not a. It's
I
definitely
know.
not a hype piece, but it's it's an incredible piece.
It confuses people because I'm 31. That watch, the Khaleesi, that's something I see. A gentleman, a 50-year-old that's worked for years and years and years. That's a proper serious gentleman leather strap watch.
Right.
The Aquanaut, I'm going into, I don't know if you know this area, Marbella, Porto Banús. Oh, nice watch. Look at you. This is a timepiece gentleman Anthony type of watch.
Right.
Nautilus. These are what some of my friends are wearing. The Nautilus. All these, but yeah, I've fortunately recognised it's a wrong path. I don't need to be on that path. Get out.
Mm. See,
And,
I kind of find the Aquanaut an interesting watch because it is kind of so simple, yet it's nice. I mean, I think it's really nice, but for what you're paying, it's. I mean, I would never spend that much on it, and I'm kind of the camp like Steel Sports. I buy Rolex, maybe Omega as a beater, or not even always as a beater, but usually I'm more comfortable wearing them because they're not so expensive. But when I get it's like my Paddock or something like that, I want it kind of more dressy. I don't want a Steel Sports. It's kind of like an oxymoron to me to have a steel, unless you're getting like Cars of Chrono has a beautiful what do you call it? No, it's slipping my mind. I'm losing it, but it has a beautiful. I think it's a Nautilus, but he has his in precious metal. Like that, I get. Like even in your Aquanaut,
Okay.
but that's on a rubber strap, so kind of
Yeah.
different. Like his is full bracelet. Like
What
that's
is it?
it's
What-
sporty, but it's still not like steel. You're not going to be like kind of
yeah,
wearing
it's
it,
still,
bashing it around and stuff like that.
yeah.
So like I get it in precious metal, maybe I would buy it. But to me, like a steel Nautilus, it doesn't do anything for me. It's like, it's made, Patek Philippe is meant to be I wouldn't say fragile is a bad word, but it's dear. It's not meant to be like taking a beating like a Rolex was designed to do. So I'm kind of the camp to get the dress watches in the higher end and then get Steel Sports and Rolex.
Yeah.
But I guess
sure.
everyone has their own style,
Yeah. So it's interesting you use the beta word because
Yeah.
this is what this does now. The Seamaster. This for me is my daily, bash it around and don't stress about it.
Right. And when we say beater, people get the wrong idea. Like I'm not doing plumbing work with my hands in sewage. I'm just talking about like day to day. If you're doing stuff, going to a
the
postal
shopping.
office, going shopping, what I mean. You happen to bang your wrist into a wall or something, you're not gonna freak out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I did that a few times with the Aquanaut. Like
The real
lift
cars
and
in
whatnot.
Chrono, $10. Toilet break. I love
Yes.
the real cars in Chrono. He's a good guy.
Yes,
He's
he
very
is.
good. I got to tell you what, JJ. I don't take this the wrong way, okay?
Okay.
But I want to say this, right? I'm not putting anyone down. Please don't get the wrong idea.
Okay.
But you got to admit, Jamie and you guys are winners. You got Patek's dress watches. These are not the look at me, show off Aquanaut or a Nautilus or a Rainbow Daytona. In fact, JJ's watch there, unless you know what a Patek is, you'd just think, oh, what is that? It could be a Tissot for anyone knows. It's got a couple dials. Yeah, but many. It's platinum, for fuck's sake. It's not steel. That's platinum. Jamie's got the Khaleesi hand painted.
So I say to my dad, "Oh, Dad, I've got this new watch." He's like, "What is it?" Patek. He's like, "What's that?" He doesn't even know it. And he's like, "Why didn't you get a Rolex?"
I mean, without being nasty, I mean, my dad, he's never heard of these things either, and I got my grandfather's watch here. My grandfather's watch was a Sentinel. It's a piece of shit. Okay, it's a piece of shit he found, or it's got a stainless steel back. I mean, this is just a low end piece of garbage. You know what I mean?
I want to show JJ something that you might.
Sure. Sure.
JJ might want to get into.
Sure.
I flew to Zurich to get this.
Holy shit! You got an Atmos clock that works.
Yeah, I bought it brand new.
How much was it?
I think it was like 8,000 euros.
So yours has got the moon phase on it as
Yeah,
well.
it's called Phase de Lune.
Ah, Jesus! You love it?
Yeah, I do. I flew to Zurich, brand new, and I know you say, "Oh, yeah, so I've never had one that works," but
I never
know
bought a
the
new
history
one. I
of
never
it.
bought a new one. Do you understand?
Exactly. I knew the history. It was brand new in the box. I flew to Zurich to get it, and yeah, the key is that you don't move them whilst it's working, because it's a thin wire
Yes.
which just gets destroyed. So the
And
cleaner.
if you're going to move it, you've got to lock it in. You know the lock.
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah,
lock
I
it
know
in.
exactly. I know
And
exactly.
if you take it on a plane, you don't check it in. You've got to take it with you in the cabin.
Yeah. I took it. It was in the box, big box. Took it. It was too big to go through the security scanner, so I had to carry it through. But that was fine.
Okay.
And then actually on the plane, it was too big to put in the.
You were flying business, but weren't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
So I had it on my lap.
They will humour you then. If you're in business, they will humour you, sir.
Yeah, but no problems. No problems with it.
Arch, I sent you a picture. I was away this weekend, and I was looking at some. My mother had some old jewelry she was going through. I sent you a picture of my grandmother's watch.
It's a
platinum watch. You know anything about that? Besides, it's platinum. That's the only thing I know.
Well, it's a Gruen, right?
All right.
Now, Gruen's a nothing brand now, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you know those vintage Princes, 1920 Princes.
You still got Jamie big screen, by the way.
Sorry.
Oh, good.
Sorry. It's a Gruen, right? That's the brand. I won't show it just for your own privacy.
Right. Yeah. I just wanted to see what you thought.
Some bastards pinched the diamonds out of it, haven't they?
No, they're in there. They're just small.
Okay.
And it probably hasn't been cleaned in 40 years.
Okay. So Gruen themselves there. Okay. Gruen made movements for a prince. They had a thing called the Gruen Prince movement. You know that doctor's watches? So Gruen used to make movements which Rolex actually... You know that Prince? I had that one that had the very rare certificate. You know the Rolex Prince, vintage Rolex Prince?
Yeah.
They actually had a Gruen. Gruen made movements which they sold to Rolex. A Gruen Prince. It was called a Gruen Leaf Prince movement. So Gruen is actually quite a famous movement maker because Rolex bought movements from them. So in the day, they were kind of... They were never a luxury brand, my understanding is, right? But they were... Rolex used them, so they weren't garbage. Let's just say that, right? So very interesting. Gruen was quite a respectable name in watches. Yes, it was. It was. Gruen was... Right. And there used to be little things like that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, exactly it was very small.
That was the fashion back then. You know, that was how they did them. And I got to tell you, yeah, it's very cool. The real cars and chrono, here we go, $5. Archie, assuming $10 gets me legend starters, what does $5 get me? We'll give him legend starters. But I got to tell you, both of you guys are so classy. You're as classy as the real cars and chrono. And that's the thing, you guys, you both got serious Paddocks, and they're not to show off. They don't actually impress any. Look what I got. That people say, what is it? What
you could walk past anybody with this. They have no idea what this is. Right.
Like it almost wouldn't be stolen in London because they don't realize what it is. You know, it's not a blingy sort of thing. It's the workmanship is why you buy it. And gee, $5. Thoughts on a trade between a AP Royal Oak Steel and a Patek 5212? Who wins? Who loses? Well, you haven't told me which AP Royal Oak because it could be a 15300, 15400, 15500. You haven't told me exactly what it is, but...
Is it a straight trade?
I would sort of say I'd probably be inclined to keep the AP. That's the 5212, that's the weekly calendar.
The weekly, right. Yeah.
It's the
So
Steel
the Charlie Brown
Calatrava weekly calendar. It's a great watch. I'd probably... My own gut feel is I think the AP may be may be the way to go. Humble Pine, $5. Can't afford Legend starters. Is this enough for Peon starters? Peon starters. And Michael Dish, sorry I missed this one, $5. I once cleaned toilets for a living. Now I wear Rolex. I'm the same man. Flexing jewelry doesn't make the man. Character does. Just be a man. Very, very powerful thing there. And we've got Mr. T-Bone, $5. Arch, at what point do you cash in 3-time profit on a Daytona or Royal Oak and buy a precious metal or complicated piece, i.e. Day-Date or Paddock? It depends what you like. It depends what you like. It's not always about profit. If you like the Daytona or the Royal Oak, you've got to see what do you like. It's not for me to say what is right or wrong. You got to work this out yourself. The thing is, it's like anything. People think it's still going. I tend to think the Royal Oak that's a very iconic watch. A Daytona's iconic. Would I get a Day-Date? Well, look, I tell you what, I sold off some of my Rolexes to buy Paddocks, and probably the Rolexes would have gone more. I would have done better financially. But it's not about that in collecting. It's about the enjoyment and the love you have. I got a watch back that I got for my 40th. I didn't want to miss out on that watch. That was my watch. Because my wife had a car accident, and I sold it to buy a piano. That's the piano. That's the reason I bought the piano, because she was, I thought, shit, she could die. And you know what, Jamie? We bought that piano when the kids were little and wanted to learn. Now they're teenagers. They don't want to learn the piano, but they've already spent hours practicing now. So they've got some basic piano skills.
The piano is I've got for my wife. She used to have lessons when she was young, and then she obviously didn't have a piano for 10 years or so. So when things became good, that was one of the first gifts. I went and got the piano.
What sort of piano did you get?
Just a Yamaha.
A little upright baby.
Yeah, upright.
It's a great little piano. Yamaha makes great
5,000
pianos.
euros.
Yamaha makes great
Brand
pianos.
new, not secondhand. Brand new.
Yamaha makes Yamaha Kawai are probably your best, without going ridiculous money like a Steinway.
It's electric. It's plugged into the wall.
Cool.
Yeah.
But that's look. That's a great. It's still a great. They're not cheap. They're not cheap.
Yeah.
They're they're quite amazing actually. For a small space, you can have a real. They're really cool.
Yeah,
Play something.
Good for play something.
Play
your demo, yeah. I'll press
Swanee,
the demo.
Swanee River.
Give us a demo. Give us your demo, Gov.
There you go. That's the demo. Better turn it off.
What more could
I
you
can't
want?
play.
That sounds great. No, I can't play either, but I wanted to buy one. See.
I bought a violin as well in Singapore.
Wow, you're buying everything.
I'm buying all sorts of crap.
How much was the violin?
A lot. It was 2-3 grand, something like that. It's for my daughter. My daughter's it's the size.
My dad, he recently bought a violin. He paid about £15,000 for it.
Wow.
But you can spend hundreds of millions of pounds. It's all. Look, the thing is, it's good to. I say this with your kids. I don't want to force them into anything. I give them the tools. If they run with it, it's good. If they don't, that's their choice. I give them the tools, whether it's sport or any sort of hobbies. You want to try and get them involved in things. So
get them off the screens.
Exactly. Now, guys, I'm going to run this for another 11 minutes because I've actually got to go to a dental appointment. I got to get a checkup. So
cavities, Arch.
No, it's just I got
ice cream.
I got private cover, which does dental, so I always do a checkup just to,
Right.
it's see in Australia
Every
we
6
don't have
months.
the. In England, you got free cover through the NHS. Dental's not covered in our NHS. You see?
Yeah, but if you have a problem and you want to go to the NHS for free, you're going to wait your appointments in 3 months.
Ah,
But in
got you.
Spain, we have private medical insurance.
Yes.
You just go straight to the
Well, that's exact. Res, $10. Nice stream. I got to tell you, it's been fantastic having both of you guys on there. You guys are very different guys, but you're positive winners. I like to have winners on the stream.
Thank you. Thank you.
I got to tell you, I think you guys, don't put this the wrong way, because I don't think anything is wrong with Anthony, but you're completely opposite. He's very, look at me, getting a Lambo in 3 weeks, doing this. You know what? I don't think you guys even want that shit, do you?
No, I want a sailing boat. That's my big thing coming next. The boat's going to cost a couple of $100,000. I don't want a Lamborghini. I want a boat.
Would you? Yes, I understand. I got to tell you this. I want to send something to you. Okay. Do you want to watch a really cool clip? This is a really cool clip. I'm going to send you this. Actually, I'll also post the link down below. This is an advert for Johnny Walker Blue, and he's on this vintage wooden 1920s boat. He wants to win it with a dance. It's a great little mini movie. Okay, I thought you'd love it because he's on this beautiful vessel. It's a wooden mahogany sort of boat, right? I think it's a great mini movie if you want a boat. It makes you fall in love with the sea. You know, it's got Jude Law in it, and it's got, who's the other guy? He's got this Italian. Who's it got in it? It's got Jude Law, Carlo Gianni. There you go. How do I pronounce that, JJ?
Where is it?
Giancarlo Gianni. You know the actor? Very famous actor.
Oh, Giancarlo Gianni?
Yeah. It's got him in it. It's a fantastic little mini movie there.
The boat is almost like the exit. Just to say, that sail away. Just to bye-bye.
You'd love this movie, okay? So I just sent you the link. Anyone can actually have a look at that afterwards. Who else? I forgot somebody. I need to give the plumber a hug. Who's the plumber? I need the Humboldt. Where's the plumber? There's a plumber. JJ, help me here. Marco, sorry, Bear said I forgot to give the plumber a hug. What's he talking about?
I'm not sure.
He's a plumber. He said give the plumber a hug. We got Rez. We did Rez. Who's after Rez? Just checking these super chats. Oh, here we go. Pine Baron, $10. Arch, you gotta end the stream with the 1967 shag carpet romance film like last night. It's okay. I've got that. Actually, that's how I started the stream, and I'll end the stream with that romance, that shag carpet. Yes, he did like that. That was very, 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 very cool. That there. I gotta tell you, guys. What's the dream for you, Jamie? What's the next watch? What would you like? What would you like to get? Oh, you just want a boat. You want the boat. You want a boat. So when you say a boat, a wooden boat, what sort of boat are you looking at?
No. It's a Hansa, which is a German brand. Hansa, I think it's the 418 or 415.
Okay.
So 40 foot.
Hansa 415.
418. They're not making the 415 now.
Holy shit. That's actually quite a nice vessel, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's perfect. I'm in the Mediterranean. I've got everything here. And just disappear, be done.
I'm just going to bring that up. This is the sort of boat you're talking about?
Yep, exactly that.
Holy shit. What color?
Any. Not bothered about the color.
Inside it?
Yeah, I like the cream interior.
Like this?
Yeah, that would be perfect.
Holy shit. I love it, man. How much are they?
Well, I'm hoping to get one that's like a few years old. So
how much are we talking about?
couple of hundred,
What?
200 grand. Yeah,
How come so dear?
they are. And of course, there's bubbles, like with watches, like with cars. Boats right now have bubbles because everybody wants a boat. Everybody's sick of the pandemic, and everyone wants a boat. So yeah, there's very few boats actually, available. But that's the major exit. My home is done, no mortgage. All the priorities. This is like the final jigsaw piece, and that's me being able to fully relax.
That's absolutely amazing. What more could you want? IG, the real cars in Chrono, $10. Make sure, yep, we do that. Make sure you wrap up soon so they don't rebel stream against JJ.
Oh, goodness.
Are they rebel streaming against you, JJ?
No, I think he said so you don't rebel
You
stream
do a
against
Sunday night live, don't you?
Yeah, I always do Sunday. Yeah,
You
I have
put the link in there, JJ. Put the link in there.
Right. This is my only usual one of the week. Sometimes I do Thursday if I get bored, but usually always Sunday fun day.
Yeah, put the link in there. JJ's
thank
cool.
you.
I love JJ.
Thank you. I think they're doing another stream actually right now, but whatever.
Who's they?
I think it's on
shall not
Bardsley's
be
channel, but
named.
Bardsley's no, he's
Bardsley's.
cool.
He's okay.
I don't think there's really
I tell you what, have a look at that Johnny Walker Blue advert. It's so cool, so sexy. Just how it's done, it's just makes you want to have a boat. It's in the it's in, I think it's in Greece or somewhere they shot it. It's amazing footage. Okay, guys, I will be back tomorrow. I'm going to run the outro now, full screen. Whoops. Let's take it from the top. That's what Rolex men do. Smoking was cool, guys.